Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching MaxSpeedTV. Tonight on tap, we have the OP Racing 2001 Throwback Series, and we are back here after the long Christmas and holiday and New Year break, all of it wrapped up into one. Tonight, these OP Racing guys are going to tangle here with Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas is what they tell me. The action tonight's going to be one big race. It's going to be something big that you haven't seen here before from the OP guys. They ran this track last night in a practice race for session number 1. They had Joshua Spalding, as you see right there in the Napa car coming off pit lane. He ended up taking home the hardware last night in the practice race. 2 cautions out of the 167 laps that were scheduled last night. These guys tell me that's what we're going to expect to see here tonight. As we got about 5 minutes left here in practice. I was talking to a couple of these guys pre-race here, pre-practice, you know. They said the setup here tonight a little bit tight through the center of the corner and definitely tight coming off turn number 2. So that's something we're going to have to watch with these guys when they go side by side coming off turn 2. See if that inside guy pushes up just a little bit. But as we're talking about that, let's check on a little bit of our pre-race analyst. And right there, you see it on the left-hand side of your screen. Partly cloudy conditions here from Fort Worth, Texas. Track temp here tonight, 78 degrees. Air temp is 78 degrees. Track temp is 120 degrees. So it's definitely one hot, slippy, slidey track out there. Track distance tonight here for laps scheduled, it's going to be 167 laps. It's 250 miles here from Texas. Tire windows probably looking at about 7 to 12 laps. After that, these guys are probably going to be screaming, give me some tires. Fuel window, 24 to 32 laps like normal here. These guys only run a limited fuel load, 50% fuel load for the 50% distance we have scheduled tonight. Pit road speed is going to be 45 miles an hour. And we are in the Fort Worth, Texas area here. Looks like right now we have 27 drivers registered for the event here tonight. As Joshua Spalding, last night's winner, is right now the guy that has the quick time. Tanner Thews is second. Tommy Gossett making his first attempt here with the 2001 Throwback Series. He's out here in the number 99, not currently out on track though, but he has the 3rd fastest time. Bill Bessler right now sits 4th on your practice charts. Travis McDaniels, one of the part-time runners over here, has the 87 machine right now sitting in your 5th position. If anybody remembers back to the last time these guys were out here racing, that was back at Bristol, and that was on December 14th. Garrett Grant at Bristol led the way. He came home after leading 181 laps at Bristol. He was your winner. Anthony Postins finished 2nd. Cody Levitt, your points leader, brought her home in 3rd. They had one heck of a battle. Levitt was in a little bit of an incident early on in the race, and he had to battle his way back up through the field. Anthony Postin, though, the guy who finished 2nd, he was one of those guys who was involved in an early wreck, but kind of had the car damaged the whole race. He was up and over at one point on his lid sliding through the backstretch, but he battled back and put that car into a 2nd place finish. Garrett Grant was pretty much just the class of the field, like I said, leading 181 laps. Something you usually don't see. You usually don't get one guy that dominates just like that, but he was one of those guys that pretty much put her there and kept her there all night long. Got about 2 minutes here, and I believe 30 seconds left here before we get onto our qualifying session. Let's see if we can get a word in with the last time we saw these guys out on track. It's winner here. Garrett Grant, you got a copy. It's Roger up in the booth.
Yes, sir.
Well, Garrett, thanks for hopping up here and talking with us before we get into a qualifying session. Hope we're not interrupting you as we do see you're on pit lane. But congratulations once again on your victory here with the OP Racing League. The last time we were out, we said that was back there in December. You led 180-some laps there. Are you going to be able to take the momentum that you had at Bristol and apply it here at the Texas Motor Speedway?
I sure hope so. Or hopefully I can put together a decent qualifying lap. I got a decent time in practice there. I'm just banking on everybody burning up their stuff, and I'm going to try to save my tires as best as I can and try to get another win.
Yeah, you talk about these guys burning up their tires a little bit. Tell us, with the track conditions, where is the line going to possibly end up here tonight as the track temp is upwards of 120 degrees already?
I'm probably going to try to run the bottom, to be honest. I think anything above the bottom, it's going to push. The middle to high lane, it might come in late late in the race, I think, maybe. But I think the place to be is the bottom for sure.
Are you worried at all going side by side through turns 1 and 2? Because once you come off, I've heard a lot of drivers complain that it's going to get tight there when you hit turn 2, and that turn 2 wall is just going to pretty much jump out and bite somebody sooner or later.
Yeah, it is. You just gonna have to watch that push on old tires. That's why I said, maybe later on in a run or something, better place might be on the high side.
Well, Garrett, looks like right now you have that 7th quickest time. Hopefully, coming up here and qualifying in about 25 seconds, you're going to be able to back that time up and start towards the front, and maybe we can speak with you a little bit later.
Yep, I sure hope so. Thank you, guys.
Well, there you heard it from the driver of the number 10, Garrett Grant, currently sitting in his 7th position on qualifying times, or practice times right now, right before they get over here to put in qualifying, which that's going to be coming to you live here momentarily. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to let this roll through, and we'll see that transition unfortunately happen, as sometimes it's a little tricky. There you go. You see the checkered flag is waved, and a couple seconds here, Matt Henry's going to disappear off the screen for a moment. As now we wait for drivers. They have 10 minutes to put in a qualifying attempt. Most of these drivers are going to take your first 5 minutes. It looks like Alex Green in the number 20 Home Depot machine. He's going to be the first guy to come out here to attempt a qualifying time. So let's kind of follow along the driver of the number 20, Alex Green. Alex Green, one of the admins and owners over here with the OP Racing League. Great crew to work with. Go on board as he slowly comes up to speed on the inside. It's been such a long time since we've seen these guys out on track. It's going to take us a couple moments to remember everybody's paint scheme, but Alex Green always throwing it back here to Tony Stewart back in 2001. This is the Throwback Series, so it's always good to see these, these throwback schemes, because this was, I'm gonna show my age here a little bit for you guys. The era of NASCAR that I remember was from 1998 to about 2003, before NASCAR started to really make big changes in the sport. And Tony Stewart was one of those guys week in and week out that really competed, and that's the scheme that I remember from back then. That scheme would have been on a Pontiac at the time, but this is iRacing. We don't have Pontiacs. Oh, as Alex Green's going to have to, hopefully maybe he can get it stopped before he hits the line, as he's going to get docked for that first lap. So let's, maybe the driver of the 20 is going to be able to get out there and make another lap. Maybe not, unsure, but Bill Bessler also out here in the race tonight, right now sitting third. That was on his first lap. As you see a big bottle ball as he got right on to the apron there coming off turns 3 and 4. As you hear him shut it down, he's not going to go any faster on his second lap, a little bit slower. His fast time, though, being a 30.374. So third place right now for the driver of the 25. A guy who's been out missing for quite a few weeks here, Danny Valenzuela, out here in the 42 Mellow Yellow machine. Right now has that machine in the, was 6th for a moment there until Tony Quadros went out, laid down his 6th fastest lap. That's going to bump Danny back into the 7th, now back into the 8th place. So good seeing Danny back out here after the holidays. So right now, Tanner Thews actually goes right to the top of the board in the 23 Good Wrench machine, the Good Wrench Service Plus. Tanner on his first lap laid down a 30.228. So that's the time to beat right now. Garrett Grant is slotted in second. He's put in his 2 laps, and he is done. Timothy Trubridge actually comes out here and lays down a quick lap on his second lap. He's going to go third quick on the board with a 30.259. Thomas Gould out here, new number, out here running the 97. Kurt Busch car, Rubbermaid Sharpie. He's going to put it right now 5th. Is actually your points leader out there on track. Cody Levitt, he goes now to the 3rd position. He's sporting a new paint scheme himself. He's not really running so much of a throwback as he's running the Vegas Knights car. Cody out of that Las Vegas area supporting his local hockey team. Also has Levitt machinery on the back quarter panels of that machine. Cody going to practice some of his pit stop entries now. Tony Quadros still out here in the Mobile 1 turning laps. Right now, 12th on the boards. 18 guys have taken times. It looks like we have about 27 drivers registered for the event here tonight. Cold Day in the Great Clips, number 36, coming out onto the track. Hopefully he can get a time in here. While Cold Day is going to come up to speed and work on putting in a qualifying attempt, let's put up your OP Racing point standings here for the 2001 Throwback Series. Cody Levitt right now has the points lead over Garrett Grant. Garrett Grant is backed by 88 points there in the second position. Tristan Walker is behind Cody by 109 points. Then you got Forrest Sparks back there, 150 points behind. Scott Bellum, 163. Katie Haight right now slotted in your sixth position. She's always one of those contenders that we're going to have to watch her come through the field. Right now, she has yet to put in a qualifying attempt, but I do see her on the grid, so momentarily you're going to see Katie Haight come out here. David Gainforth right now is in your seventh position in points. David in seventh, Alex Green in the eighth position, Dave Sabin in ninth, Tanner Thews rounds out your top 10 in points. You got Brian Beach in the 11th position, Aspen Belvin right now in 12th in points, Timothy Trowbridge in 13th, Bill Bessler 14th, Ed Walk there in the 15th position, Anthony Poston in your 16th position, Chase Berry there 17th, Derek Conley 18th, Kelly Milam in 19th, and Christopher Brown rounds out your top 20 here in the points series. And as we were looking at your point standings, Cold Day did throw down a lap. He goes to 13th quickest on the board. Matt Henry actually finishing up now. Matt Henry in the number 19 is going to go 6th on the board. Tommy Gossett, we were talking about him making his first attempt here with the Throwback Series. Right now, Tommy is in your 10th position. Let's see if he goes any faster here on this lap. Tommy Gossett now to the top of the charts here with a 30.086. So now that's the new fast time, as pretty much everybody has put in a time other than Alex Green, who we saw him come off the corner, hit the wall. Travis McDaniels. Katie Haight, we just missed. She is out there. She went third fastest on her first lap. Let's see if she's going to come here to complete the second lap of qualifying. A little bit slower, not much, just a tick slower, but her fast time being a 30.136, so third fastest for the 000 of Katie. So as I believe that's everybody who's going to take a qualifying attempt here tonight. We're going to step away momentarily. We're going to get our national anthem played, and then we're going to be live here from the Texas Motor Speedway for 167 laps for the OP Racing 2001 Throwback Series here on MaxSpeedTV. So don't go anywhere. You're going to want to catch all the action live right here.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the 2001 Throwback Series here for the OP Racing League over here on MaxSpeedTV. Got about a minute and 14 seconds left here in qualifying, as the only driver who's still out there turning any laps is the 38 of Cody Levitt. So the field is pretty much locked in here already. So with that minute to go, no other drivers are going to come out on track. The drivers who have not put in a qualifying attempt here tonight, that's going to be the number 11 of Chase Berry. So he's going to start shotgun on the field along with two others. That's going to be the 87 Travis McDaniel, and it looks like the driver of the number 20, Alex Green. Mark Vega is registered here for the race tonight in the number 1 machine, but he will be race control. He's going to be the eye in the skies, making sure all these drivers are hitting their P's and Q's. So he will not be taking the grid, but he is registered in the race. So good seeing Mark Vega stepping up here and helping out with the race communications, the race administration side, as all these drivers can get in here and compete. So an interesting thing that we're going to have to take an eye on real quick is let's check out that pre-race. Actually, we just got another driver enter the lobby, the number 90 of Aaron Tolhurst, so he's going to have to start shotgun on the field along with those drivers that we had just mentioned. Right there's your track facts again in case anybody had missed it. Air temp at 78 degrees. Track temp at 97 degrees here. 167 miles is going to be the distance. So we're going to have to, as you see now, the track temp, because we're changing track states in between here from the qualifying to the race grid. Still going to start the track temp off here at 108 degrees. So we're going to have to watch that throughout the event here tonight and see how that changes. Well, as these guys are about to line up, let's see if we can work our way through the 2001 Throwback Series qualifying, well, starting grid, actually. Congratulations to Tommy Gossett here, driver of the number 99. First race out here with the OP guys here on Friday night, and he's going to walk away with the pole award tonight. Starting right alongside him is going to be the winner from last night's event, the number 9 at Joshua Spalding. Starting in your third position, going to be the very quick 00 of Katie Haight. Tanner Thews there in the 23, going to roll off in that fourth position. Garrett Grant right there in the number 10, going to start fifth. Right alongside him, Cody Levitt in the 38. So that's right there is your 2 points contenders right now. Cody Levitt being your points leader and Garrett Grant being 88 points behind in second. Starting in your 7th position is going to be the 14 of Timothy Truebridge. Starting in your 8th position, the number 19 of Matt Henry. 9th is going to go to the 97 of Thomas Gould. Rounding out your top 10 is going to be the 58 of David Sabin. 11th position is going to go to the number 28 of Anthony Poston. The 07 of Scott Bellum is going to start in your 12th position. 13th is going to go to the 25 of Bill Bessler. The 36 of Cole Day is going to roll off in your 14th position. 15th position is going to go to the 95 of James Mayer. The 69 of Brian Beach will start in your 16th position tonight. 17th position tonight going to be Tristan Walker in the Blue Deuce. The number 12 of Tony Quadro is going to start 18th tonight. 19th position going to Danny Ricky Valenzuela in the 42 machine. The 38 of Jacob Sayers is going to round out your top 20 here. 21st position is going to go to the 33 of Brent Elmore. David Gainforth in the 101 is going to roll off in your 22nd position. The number 7 of Forrest Sparks is going to roll 23rd. 24th position going to go to the 53 of Dave Hunt. Number 87 of Travis McDaniel is going to start shotgun on the field here tonight. And Mark Vega, well, there's his mug. He's going to be up in the booth. He's going to be race control for these guys and get them all sorted out. 167 laps is the distance here tonight as we're taking our pace laps. 1 lap before we let these guys turn loose and see who can keep themselves out of the turn 2 wall here from Texas. Once again, we'd like to thank all of our viewers who have tuned in here on the YouTube side to watch these guys on Friday night. I see Robert Duvendak is out there. Bobby Johnson, somebody I see asked about Bobby. He is not with us here tonight, unfortunately, having to deal with some work things. As the field is working through turns 3 and 4 for the last time before we let these guys turn them loose. Tommy Gossett going to be the guy who is in control of this, as you see the pace car just about to turn off. There it goes down pit road. Green flag is out. We are racing for the first time here from Texas Motor Speedway with the OP Racing 2001 Throwback Series. Tommy Gossett got a great start. It looks like everybody's pretty much away clean here on the initial start. The inside lane, though, where Tommy Gossett is going to be the preferred line, as Katie Hate's going to go side by side with Joshua Spalding off turn 2, as she's going to get around him possibly, as Spalding actually fights back a little bit on the outside. As they drive down into turns 3 and 4 for the first time, Katie's going to have the advantage over the number 9 of Spalding. Spalding's going to have to drop back a little bit, and he's going to have to go side by side with Garrett Grant now. So the first lap led here tonight, that's going to go to the number 99 of Tommy Gossett. He's going to lead his first laps here with the Throwback Series. As you see, Aaron Tallhurst, who missed the grid, missed qualifying. He had to start from the pits, actually, so he's getting that number 90 up the speed there on the inside. He's going to go a lap down here early. But your battle on track is right now is actually Katie diving to the inside of the number 99 of Gossett. Katie going to the lead. Can she put the power down as they come off turn 4? New leader here off turn 4. New leader here at the line. Katie Haight gonna lead her lap now. Tommy led a lap, then the second lap gonna go to the 00 of Katie Haight. But Garrett Grant still working on that position there. That battle there between the number 9 of Spalding and the number 10 of Grant. That's for their 3rd and your 4th position as they work down into turns 3 again. Still side by side for that 3rd position. As these guys go side by side here, it's allowing Katie to kind of stretch her legs. I'm not sure if Spalding is, kind of trying to hold that outside lane. If maybe he thinks there's going to be possibly a little more grip there, as we did hear from Garrett that maybe the groove might move up, maybe not. We're going to have to see how it plays out. But Tanner Thews now right all over the back there of the number 10 of Garrett Grant. Tanner driving that white 23 machine, the good wrench car. 4 laps in the books here. Or coming to end. Oh, big wiggle out of Tommy Gossett there, who was running second. Got really loose. They're going to split him. Spalding going to go to the outside. Grant to the inside. They were 3 wide momentarily there at the front stretch. They made it work, though, as Gossett's continuing to lose position now as Cody Levitt looking to the inside, and then Thomas Gould is going to be right there also. Cody Levitt's going to work around in there, or work around Gossett as they go through turns 1 and 2. They're going to go single file. It looks like Tommy's going to find a spot there right in between Cody and Gould. So now move Tommy Gossett, who was your pole setter here tonight. He led a lap. Now he's fallen back to the 6th position with 1 big wiggle, 1 mistake. And it looks like right now Garrett Grant is going to work his way now into the solid second place as they go single file. So now it's going to be Katie Haight out front. Garrett Grant there in 2nd. Joshua Spalding 3rd. Tanner Thews in 4th. Cody Levitt rounding out your top 5 as they run right now. There is also another battle a little bit farther back in the field as Tony Quadros is battling with the 07 of Scott Bellum. That's for the 15th and the 16th position. Quadros has the inside advantage there in the Mobile 1 over the Smokin' Joe Camel. If I remember right, Scott Bellum from the same town as Jimmy Spencer. That's why he runs the Camel machine. That's a little tidbit awesome fact that I found interesting and we found out over at Bristol Motor Speedway a couple of weeks ago, and I still think it's pretty cool to say that you're from the same town as one of these NASCAR drivers that you used to see growing up out there on track. Cold Day now side by side with Scott Bellum right there. That is going to be Cold Day trying to get the 16th position. And right behind Cold Day is going to be Danny Valenzuela, and Danny's battling, it looks like, with the number 19 of Matt Henry, and I'm not sure, but it looks like, yep, right there, a lot of right front damage on that Dodge number 19. As Matt Henry was a strong competitor at Bristol, and then all of a sudden something happened on the 19 machine, and he went multiple laps down, unable to finish where he should have at Bristol. Let's go back out front, though. Katie's still out front and now has stretched it to a 2nd lead over the number 9 of Joshua Spalding, who has got around the number 10 of Garrett Grant. Grant's going to be in your 3rd position. Tanner Thews still 4th, and Cody Levitt still in your 5th position. 8 laps in the books, working lap number 9 here of the 167 scheduled. Well, out in chat, John Carpenter, thanks for tuning in, is saying you're going to hop the bandwagon for the number 38. Well, right there's the man, the bearded silent wonder himself, Cody Levitt out of Las Vegas in the Vegas Knights car. Running in that 5th position right there behind Tanner Thews, right behind him is going to be the 97 of Thomas Gould. Cody Levitt, your points leader, one of those strong contenders, you know, pretty much hangs back most of the race, and then somehow at the end of the race always finds himself towards the front. As, oh, I think I just saw Brian Beach in the 69 going around, and actually it looks like towards the back of the field, a big mess. Looks like the 39 of Jacob Sayers also involved. David Gainforth. And I believe there's another car back there. Looks like Tristan Walker and Anthony Poston. Well, let's see if we can go back here on a MaxSpeedTV replay here after 11 laps here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Brings out our first caution of the night. It looks like turn 2 wall may have been a little one of those factors that played into that one. Let's see. Oh, there was contact in front, and Brian Beach then ended up being the recipient of getting turned. Possible contact between Saban and Poston. And everybody else pretty much coming in. Let's see if we can roll her back just a little bit farther and maybe see what happened. Let's see if we click on Anthony Poston, and let's see if we can find a different angle here. Let's go overhead. You see Bill Bessler right in front of Anthony right there, and on the bottom lane, Saban to the outside. Looks like Poston maybe got tight, trying to get back to the throttle. Got into him, and then Beach comes in there and gets into the back of Tristan Walker, and around everybody goes, and they continue to pile in there. It looks like Gainforth was involved, who's right there. It looks like Jacob Sayers also involved in the 39, Tristan Walker. So 5 cars involved total there. I think somebody who got lucky and pretty much got out of that with no damage is going to be James Mayer there in the 95. He was right there. Let's see if maybe we can wind her back and go on board with the driver of the number 95. There we go, on board with the driver of the number 95 is right there. You see that little contact and maybe just a slight tap to the right rear quarter panel, but not enough to get James Mayer out of shape in any sorts of way. So James Mayer being the lucky guy to sneak on through there. As timing and scoring is showing right now, it looks like we may have missed the pit stops, but Katie Haight is still out front. Joshua Spalding, Garrett Grant, Tanner Thews, Cody Levitt, Tommy Gossett in 6th, Thomas Gould 7th, Bill Bessler 8th, Timothy Truebridge 9th, and Tony Quadros right now rounds out your top 10 as they run. Well, let's see if we can talk to a driver who was involved in that last accident. Jacob Sayers, you got a copy. It's Roger up in the booth.
How we doing, Roger?
Well, Jake, I think we're doing a little bit better than you, but tell us what happened out there from the perspective from the cockpit of the 39 tonight.
Well, they were wrecking. I seen the smoke, so I knew it was going to happen. Tried to avoid it, hit the brake, and I'm not for sure if I got ARCA braked by somebody or if I just ran out of talent in the middle of that or what happened, but either way, we got a burned up fast repair and a new set of tires on it, so, well, yeah, that's about it.
Well, yeah, it is a little early, but it looks like you right now should get the wave around here, so you're going to still end up being on the lead lap. Is staying on the lead lap something that you need to do here at Texas Motor Speedway? Because we know we run the old style rules where the lap down cars will line up to the inside. So is that somewhere that you do not want to end up being tonight in the number 39?
Quite honestly, I'd rather be on the outside, saving tires. This track is almost identical to Charlotte. Charlotte's not one of my best tracks, but as long as you save the tires, you'll be fine.
Absolutely, as I believe you guys got the 1 to go and no wave around for you?
I kind of hope so, because I really don't want to be in front of these guys.
Well, Jake, since we got the 1 to go, I'm going to let you go, and good luck. It looks like you got Katie Haight there, going to start right behind you, and I don't want to scare you, but she's pretty quick.
Yeah, I remember Darlington.
Well, hey, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end. Try and keep that 39 machine clean the rest of the way.
Yeah, will do. Thank you, Roger.
Well, there you heard Jacob Sayers talk. It's not where he wants to be, but that's where he's going to have to line up. Brian Beach will be right in front of him, along with Anthony Poston to the inside. Anthony's going to actually be shown as the first car 1 lap down. Brian Beach and Jacob Sayers going to be battling here to stay in front of Katie Haight and hope that a caution flag is going to wave early, because they are in trouble right now, on the verge of going a lap down. Right now, waiting on that pace car to duck off here, and we can get back green flag racing. Going to here to complete lap number 14 tonight. Pace car is off. As you see the field single file on the outside, Anthony Poston to the inside. Green flag is waving once again, and we're racing again here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Not a great start by the 28 of Anthony Poston, but Brian Beach gets away along with Jacob Sayers. Katie not wasting any time. It looks like she's about to go 3 wide right away. She's not going to have to go 3 wide. Jacob Sayers is going to move out of the way. Anthony Poston gets a little loose there. Not sure if Katie got a little arrow push there for him. But Katie's going to go right around Jacob Sayers, and now looking to go to the inside here of Anthony Poston real quick. Joshua Spalding right there on the coattails of Katie, along with their last time now winner Garrett Grant, Tanner Thews. They're all right there. Got to be a little cautious on these opening laps here once we go back green flag racing, because with these lap cars, you never know what's going to happen. No damage on the lap cars, but you never know what they're thinking. Some of these guys might not be used to being up towards the front, and they don't want to really get involved, as you saw Anthony Poston go real high there coming out of turn number 2. Field pretty much single file in the middle. The battle is towards the front here. It looks like Tommy Gossett still trying to work his way around lap traffic. Tommy Gossett running in your 5th position there in that Dodge number 99. So Tommy Gossett's going to work his way around lap traffic. That leaves Thomas Gould right there. He got around Anthony Poston. They're 3 wide towards the back here. Jacob Sayers going 3 wide with Timothy Truebridge to the inside and Anthony Poston on the outside. They got that sorted out before they got off of turn number 2, so they're going to go 2, or they went 2 wide there off turn 2, and Anthony Poston just pretty much along for the ride right now, knows he's not in contention and knows he doesn't want to ruin anybody else's day. He's not the cause of the first accident, but he knows he just doesn't want to be the next guy. So Jacob Sayers right there, along with Anthony Poston going laps down. Let's check back up front here. Katie Haight still not able to get around the number 69 of Brian Beach and put him a lap down. So right now she's just kind of riding behind him, but Joshua Spalding hanging right there with him, or with her, sorry. Top 5 as they run after we've gone back green flag racing to here to complete 4 laps under this green flag stint. Katie Haight going to lead another one here off turn number 4. Joshua Spalding in your 2nd position. Tanner Thews in 3rd. Garrett Grant 4th. Garrett Grant had a huge slide that time coming off of turn number 4. That's going to allow now Tommy Gossett to work to the inside. Tommy's going to go around him on the inside. Now Thomas Gould's going to follow right in his footsteps. Cody Levitt and Bill Bessler also possibly looking to follow those two through the hole. Texas is one of those momentum tracks. Once you get out of the groove and get marbles on the tires, it's kind of hard to cool the tires back down and get the debris off them, as right now it looks like Garrett Grant is going to find himself into the 6th position there right in front of Levitt, as he's actually going to the inside. A little bit of grass off the left front tire there. You know, the number 10 of Garrett Grant not going to lay over him or roll over and play dead. He's going to give it his all every lap. A little tight there in the corner. He's going to allow the 10 to push up. Going to let Bill Bessler get one heck of a run. Is Bill going to go for the 3 wide pass down the backstretch? He's showing that he's there. He's letting Garrett know he's right behind him, as you saw him pull out just a little bit. As these guys are battling though, Katie Haight and Joshua Spalding are going to go side by side coming out of turn 4. At the line, who has it? Give another one to Katie. 19 laps led here for the driver of the 00. Katie out front right now. But Joshua Spalding has the inside advantage, but Katie's going to have the momentum off turn number 2 if she can get back to the throttle. You saw Josh give her plenty of room coming off the corner, because they both know, both those drivers, both quick week in and week out, and both of them know that it's going to get a little tight off turn 2. Right now, though, Katie not just rolling over and letting them have it. She's fighting for it. Saw her get a little tight there. She had to lift the throttle coming off turn number 4. That's going to give the lead now to the number 9. Joshua Spalding out front. New leader here at Texas. Only 3 leaders. Gossett led a lap. Spalding now led a lap. And Katie Haight led 19. Now with last night's winner, Joshua Spalding out front, you got to wonder, what does the 00 of Katie Haight have left? Or is Joshua Spalding just one of those drivers who has this place figured out? Brian Beach there, the driver of the 69, is going to be in that blue NOS car right behind these two. He's a lap down, but he's being able to hang right there with the leaders. So if he can hang right there, possibly if a yellow comes out, he'll be the lucky dog recipient. He'll be able to get back on the lead lap. He is only 1 lap down. We have 3 guys 1 lap down. Brian Beach, Jacob Sayers, and Anthony Poston all 1 lap down. Then David Gainforth, who is still out there on track. All 28 cars that have taken the green flag are still out there running, but Gainforth right now shown 3 laps down. Working our way off turn number 4 once again. 23 laps now in the book as Joshua Spalding gonna lead another one here. Let's take a look back here. It looks like Garrett Grant still having trouble, or handling trouble on that number 10 machine. Not sure what happened there because him and Cody Levitt were battling up there with Thomas Gould, Bill Bessler for the 5th, 6th position. Now, Garrett Grant in your 9th position and your points leader, Cody Levitt, all the way back into your 11th position now. Travis McDaniel in that Navy car there to the inside, the number 87, trying to work over Cody. As we zoom in a little bit closer there, looks like Cody Levitt has a little bit of right front damage on the 38 machine. Not sure where that came from. Maybe him and Garrett got together. That's why both of them are big sliding. Oh, big moment there. Looks like Tony Quadros in the number 12 was into the turn 2 wall. See a bunch of guys ending up now with right front damage, as that's going to allow the 36 of Cole Day in the Great Clips car to work his way around him. Now put Cole Day into the 7th position. Tony Quadros back to your 8th. Spalding out front. Haight 2nd. Thews in 3rd. Gossett in 4th. Bessler 5th. Poole there in 6th. Day 7th. Quadros 8th. Grant 9th. And Bellum going to round out your top 10 as they run right now. 25 laps in the book. Working lap 26. See, pretty much everybody is getting single file out through the field. Let's see if maybe we can go back up towards the front. Check on the battle up here. Joshua Spalding still out front. Katie Haight there in the 2nd position. Brian Beats the lap down car, kind of losing a little bit of ground now to your leaders, falling back into the clutches here momentarily to the driver of the 23, Tanner Thews. And then there's a big gap, a little over a second gap between your 3rd place and 4th place of Tommy Gossett. Then you got to go back here to find a battle between the 25 of Bill Bessler and the 97 of Thomas Gould. Thomas going to go to the outside here into turn 3 on the 25, as there's a bunch of damage on the back of the 25 UAW car. I'm not sure where Bill Bessler got that, but we did see a moment there coming off turn number 2 last time through there where possibly Thomas Gould being right on the back bumper, and maybe Bessler had to check just a little bit, and that's where the damage came from. As you see, it looks like the 101 of Gainforth coming off pit road yet again. He's got a new Fred Flintstone machine. He's had to use his quick repair already. He is shown now 5 laps down in the 28th position. So right now, the driver of the 101 is just pretty much going to have to ride this one out and see what can happen here in the late stages of this. Maybe he can pick up a couple if an unfortunate caution will come out or whatnot. But Jacob Sayers also right behind him. Jacob Sayers in the 26th position. Let's check up on another driver who was in the wall a little while ago. The driver of the number 19, Matt Henry, started in your 8th position, now running all the way back in the 14th position. Bunch of right front damage on him. Let's check back out front. Still Joshua Spalding leading the way here. Katie Haight, though, not going away. She is only, 0.3 behind your leader, so they have opened up, though, a second, almost 2-second gap all the way back to Tanner Thews now. They are just pulling away. They are setting a pace. They are still running 31.4s, 31.5s, where Tanner Thews is running a 31.9 last time by, so they're opening up the gap. We are now working lap number 16 here under green lap number 19 since we got that caution flag. So possibly in the next 10 laps, you're going to start seeing green flag pit stops roll in as you see the sun shining now here from Texas. Clouds kind of let loose here for a little bit. Not sure what happened with the driver of the number 7, but I saw he blinked off track there momentarily, and now we see Forrest Sparks in pit road with a bunch of damage, and I believe something possibly going wrong with the driver of the number 20 as he's off the pace. Possibly he was just in pit road. Actually, he spent 10.1 seconds there, but he has a lot of damage also on the 20 machine. Not sure if something happened there coming off turn 4 with Alex Green and Forrest Sparks, but a bunch of damage on the number 7 we saw, and a bunch of damage now here on the number 20, as I think maybe he can't turn. He's trying to get the 20 off the track, but that kind of interfered there with Katie Hayden. Katie having to check up. Now she's going to lose a bunch of ground. Now she's going to go from being about a car length back there of Joshua Spalding to a second behind now. Alex Green not able to get the 20 off the track that time by. He is well off the pace, doing 110 into the corner. 120 it looks actually. So unfortunately for the number 20 of Alex Green, off the pace right now. Checking back up front with one of our contenders, the number 36 Cole Day out here in the 7th position. As we saw big sparks out in front of him, not sure who that was. I think it was Tommy Gossett. Yep, there's Tommy Gossett with a bunch of right front damage on him. He's a little off the pace compared to everybody behind him. About 20 miles an hour slower, so you can see once somebody gets into the wall, it really takes the speed out of the car. So Tommy now going to have to rebound. These guys do have one quick repair, as we have said before. So, you know, if this goes green for quite a ways, Tommy might elect to come down pit road when he changes all 4 tires and put a quick repair on that number 99 Dodge machine. As you see the 101 of Gainforth battling there with the number 97 of Thomas Gould. That's not a battle for position, as Gainforth is a couple laps down. Thomas Gould being shown right now in your 5th position, but Gainforth has the fresher tires on the 101 Fred Flintstone machine, the Cartoon Network car. Back out front, still the same distance between Joshua Spalding and Katie Haight. Katie's still in the 2nd position. Spalding still out front here. Spalding has led now 15 laps. It's been 24 laps since these drivers have been down pit road. We have calculated 24 to 32 possible laps. Possibly if you're really lifting a little bit early, you're going to be able to stretch it to 35 laps, I think. So let's see how it plays out for these drivers. Everybody pretty much single file out. It's still the only guys who are side by side is pretty much Gainforth right there working his way around the number 97 of Thomas Gould, and then Thomas Gould and Bill Bessler now going to go side by side and trying to work through that. Getting later on into the tire run here, so it's going to show who was saving tires or who was really going real hard. As the 90 of Aaron Tallhurst going a lap down. Not sure what's going on with the number 90 of Tallhurst. Let's see. Maybe he came off the corner a little sideways or something, but he was well off the pace and still is off the pace by about 10 to 15 miles an hour compared to everybody else running around him. You see everybody's kind of moved off the bottom here as the run has gone on. Maybe a little bit of a track difference. Let's check that track temp again here as we pull that slide up. 123 degrees now. It was 109 when we took the green flag here from Texas, and now it's up to 123 degrees in the track temp. Well, let's give a rundown before these guys start making their green flag pit stops. Let's go through your top 10 as they run right now. The number 9 of Joshua Spalding is out front. Katie Haight right there in your 2nd position. And it's about a 3-second gap back here to Tanner Thews, who's running in your 3rd position. Tommy Gossett right behind him. A lap car of Aaron Tallhurst in between them. But Gossett right now in your 4th position. Bill Bessler in the 25 runs in your 5th position. He's holding off the number 97 of Thomas Gould, as those guys have really been battling real hard here for about the last 6-7 laps. You know, they exchanged the position back and forth a couple times as they're running a couple different lines here. Garrett Grant just a little bit farther back. He is in your 7th position right now with Cole Day right on his heels there in the 8th position. Travis McDaniels runs 9th there in the number 87 machine. And then get a little bit of a distance till you find the number 12 of Tony Quadros, who runs 10th right now, and that rounds out your top 10 rundown here before we get going on to pit stops. And it looks like your first taker who's down pit road is going to be the 38 of Cody Levitt. So Levitt going to bring down the Vegas Knights car for attention. He's going to give up that, I think he was in the 12th position actually as he ran, so he'll be the first one down pit road. We're going to have to watch and see when the next person that comes down pit road is. But Spalding's still out front here. Still turning blistering laps, 32.08. The tire fall off has been a 2-second fall off, but he is still out there turning the fastest laps on the track. Him and Katie are pretty much turning lap for lap right now. A couple more guys coming down pit road. It looks like Matt Henry, Chase Berry, Tristan Walker down pit road. Timothy Truebridge also coming down pit road. Timothy had a great qualifying start here tonight. There's a bunch of damage on the number 14. He's going to bring it down, possibly look to get a little bit of damage as contact there coming into pit road. As you saw at the top of your screen, I believe that was the 53 of Hunt and Jacob Sayers. Sayers is going to turn it around, or not Hunt, sorry. That was David Sabin in the 58, and Sayers getting together. Pit road's becoming a busy place. There you see Anthony Poston also down. James Mayer, the 95, also down. Here comes your leader, actually. Josh Spalding is coming down pit road now with the number 9 as a caution flag is out. Aaron Tallhurst going around in the number 90 right in the middle of green flag pit stop. So we're going to have to see how that traps these guys who are coming down pit road, if they get trapped a lap down. Let's go back and see if we can catch a MaxSpeedTV replay and see what happened to the driver of the number 90, Aaron Tallhurst. As you see Aaron Tallhurst right here behind the number 99 there of... Oh, right there. It looked like the 99 of Tommy Gossett was coming to pit road, and Aaron Tallhurst just got right into the back of him. And as he tried to come off the track, it stopped. The car kind of went sideways and slid. So Aaron Tallhurst going to get into the back of the 99 of Tommy Gossett, and a caution flag is going to wave here on lap 44. Let's see, maybe we can go back here and we can jump on board here with Aaron Tallhurst. This is Aaron Tallhurst's view as Tommy Gossett's right there in front of him. It looks like Tommy's off the gas. You saw the flames come out the back. I'm not sure. Maybe Tallhurst had some steering issues, as you see. So heavy damage to the number 90 of Tallhurst. Unfortunately, that's going to put him way behind now, as he was already a lap down. Well, looking at timing and scoring is all jumbled up, as it looks like that had trapped everybody outside the top 10. As actually, I think Cody Levitt's going to be your wave around car. He's going to get a lap back here. And I believe, actually, it looks like a couple other guys. Chase Berry, Tristan Walker, Matt Henry, Timothy Truebridge. So timing and scoring is starting to update now after that yellow was brought out. We're going to have to see. We're going to give it a little bit there to work its way through as a bunch of guys down pit road here. Katie Haight going to come out in this first position still. Looks like Travis McDaniels second, Garrett Grant in your third position. Cole Day now going to be slotted in your fourth. Bill Bessler fifth. Tony Quadros sixth. Brent Elmore, I think, going to come out in your seventh position. Spalding, who was one of those guys who got trapped a lap down as he was on pit road, he's still going to be actually on the lead lap as he came back in for some fuel. The number 9, though, of Spalding in your 11th position now. So a little bit behind the 8 ball, but he's got a little over 110 laps to work. Or so, yeah, 110 laps there to work his way back up through. Well, let's see if maybe we can get a word in with one of the drivers who was involved in that last accident. Let's see if we can get a word in with the driver of the 99, Tommy Gossett. Tommy, you got a copy. I see you're coming down pit road. Sorry to interrupt you there, but...
Yeah, Roger, I got a copy. How you doing tonight, bud?
Well, it looks like we're doing a little bit better up here in the booth than what the shape of that number 99 is in. Tell us what happened there from your perspective. It looked like you were possibly coming down to make a pit stop there before that yellow came out.
Yeah, I was coming down to pit and made my call out and got hit from behind. I'm not too sure who hit me, but that's what happened. So I'm going to have to use my fast repair earlier than I wanted to, if at all. But we'll have to fight back through the field. I know we got the car to do it.
Yeah, you do got one quick car. As you we saw you put that car up there on pole for your first time out here with the OP guys. So tell us about that. New series, we know you were familiar. We have seen you here on MaxSpeedTV over there with the Super Speedway series that OP Racing runs on a Monday night, and now we see you out here on the Friday night.
Yeah, I'm much more comfortable on mile and a half than I am super speedways. this is what I think of as my bread and butter. It's just finally been able to line up where I've been able to get out here with these guys in this series. A lot of familiar faces, but at the same time, a lot of new ones, so it's kind of a learning curve.
Yeah, with it being your first time and seeing some of those names that you haven't seen before, does that kind of weary you just a little bit while you're out there on track for the first time?
Yeah, you got to find out who you can trust versus who you can run hard with, and who you can't run hard with. You got to learn tendencies and stuff.
Well, Tommy, you're going to be back in your 8th position there with a brand new car and 4 fresh tires, so good luck, as I believe you got the 1 to go that time by, so we're going to let you get back to racing here, and we won't bother you anymore.
All right, thanks, Roger. Y'all have a good night.
There you heard it from the driver of the 99. He called his call out that he was coming to pit road. Unfortunately, still got tagged from the rear. So that's going to turn the lead over to Katie Haight, but she has a slew of cars in front of her who are a lap down. We could spend half the day here trying to figure out who is where and whatnot, but it looks like everybody from 11th on back is actually going to be slotted in front of Katie. So I think Tristan Walker is one of the guys towards the front here, so we're going to have to, I believe, Chase Berry. Yeah, Chase Berry is going to be the control car in the number 11 Lego machine on the outside. Brian Beach is still trying to get that lap back. Right now, actually, he was 2 laps down, now only 1, but the pace car is going to duck off here. Green flag in the air. We're racing once again here with 48 laps in the books from Texas Motor Speedway. So we're going to have to watch Katie Haight because she starts, looks like about, if we were scoring that, she's going to start in about the 12th position actually on the track. So she's going to have to fight her way through the hornet's nest, if you will, to get back to the true front of the field here. Right now she's battling with Dave Gainforth, who's still 5 laps down. Then Scott Bellum, who's right in front of her. He's actually on the lead lap. So all these guys right in front of them, or right in front of her, are on the lead lap. So they are fighting, and they got to fight tooth and nail to stay on the lead lap. But then Katie also has to battle and try and not get involved in any accident as Travis McDaniel and her goes side by side there for the first position. Katie makes it 3 wide off turn 2. Bellum into the outside wall. Oh, Aaron Tolhurst is around in the back. Another caution going to come out, and that's going to involve the number 90 of Aaron Tolhurst once again. So another yellow flag, and that's a big sigh of relief for all those guys who were in front of Katie. They couldn't wait to see a caution, and now they're going to get one. Let's go back here on another MaxSpeedTV replay and see what happened. See Tommy Gossett, somebody that we just talked to, who was running inside your top 10, right behind the number 90 of Tolhurst. Tolhurst goes to the inside there of the 32. Let's see what happens. Maybe a little contact off the front bumper of the 99 that allows the number 90, or sends the number 90 around. Let's see, maybe we can go back a little bit farther and find out what happened. Let's go from over top here. You see the number 90 on the bottom. There's Gossett. Oh, just a little tap. Gossett wasn't squared on the back bumper of the 90, possibly just trying to push him down the backstretch. And that's going to turn Aaron Tolhurst around and bring out another yellow here from Texas Motor Speedway. As we were watching that, though, Travis McDaniel did get around Katie Haight, and I believe also Garrett Grant also being able to get around. "51 laps in the book here from Texas Motor Speedway. I don't see anybody coming down pit road right now, but it looks like Travis McDaniel is going to retain or be your leader here. Garrett Grant second, Cole Day third. Let's see, looks like Katie actually brought the 00 down pit road along with Joshua Spaulding, Tommy Gossett, Tanner Thews also down pit road right there. You see all 4 of them. Looks like the number 99 of Gossett going to come out of pit road first with Tanner Thews, and then Spaulding and Katie Haight. Katie Haight really taking her time on pit road there. Not sure if there's any damage done to the 00 as she's getting worked on, as the field is only going into turn 3, so she has plenty of time to work on that car. Well, let's see if we can get a word in with the driver who's out front. Travis McDaniel, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Travis, not electing to come down pit road that last, or right here. What's your thinking right now going on?
Yeah, I just tried to get Katie to go down pit road right there, and it worked. We only did a lap and a half right there, and it wasn't wasn't very hard on the tires, so there's no need in going back there with the rest of that mess. It seems to be pretty atrocious back there right now. So we'll stay up here. Me and Garrett with the Rivalry Racing crew up here. We'll plan to finish up here.
Yeah, Rivalry Racing right now, like you just said, with yourself out front and your co-partner there, the number 10 of Garrett Grant in your second place. But as we went back green flag racing there that last time, it was kind of really jumbled up, it looked like, especially here timing and scoring. It looked like you had everybody from the 11th place on back actually start in front of yourself and Katie. Was that really worrying you there going back green flag racing?
Yeah, with the way these restarts are set up, the lap guys are going to be starting on the inside, but the guys who are trying to get to the lap back are going to start ahead of you. So essentially, we had 20-something guys starting in front of us right there. So a little hairy. I know Katie got stuck up high, so I was trying to go down low, trying to get in front of her, expecting a wreck, and I was in second when the wreck came out. But thank God we're not going to have that this time. Might settle in and get some green flag racing in. But that restart right there was a little hairy. We didn't need to have that happen, and hopefully we won't have that anymore tonight, because that's not going to produce any good racing.
Yeah, it looked a little hairy. A couple 3 wide situations for guys near you. I believe you were right behind Katie when you guys went 3 wide off turn number 2. Kind of looked a little scary up here in the booth. I can't imagine what it felt like for you down there in the car, but I see you got the 1 to go signal this time by, so we'll let you get back up here to your teammate, and good luck the rest of the way, and hope to talk to you at the end.
Roger that. Have some fun up there.
Well, Travis McDaniel's now going to be, is still going to be shown in your first place. That's going to allow the lap car there of the 53 of Dave Hunt to slot there to the inside. Garrett Grant second, Cole Day third, Bill Bessler fourth, and Tony Quadros in your 5th position. Cody Levitt is 6th, Brett Elmore in 7th, Matt Henry in 8th. Tommy Gossett going to be the first guy on fresh 4 tires. He's in your 9th position with Tanner Thews in 10th. Working around here, you see the guys on the inside lane getting bunched up here with your your leaders getting bunched up with your lap down cars to the inside. Just waiting on that Ford Mustang to get off the track here. We can get back green flag racing, working lap 54 out of the 167 scheduled from the Texas Motor Speedway. Pace car is down and away, and Travis McDaniel gets the green flag, and we're back green flag racing as you see all those lap cars to the inside. Let's see and watch how that plays a factor here as they head off down into turn number 1. Hunt's right there with McDaniels as they go into turn number 1. Hunt was only 1 lap down, so he is going to fight as he has 4 fresh... No, I'm sorry, he does not have 4 fresh tires, but he did get around McDaniel for a second. Now Travis looking back to the inside to put him a lap down. Slides up there towards the middle of the corner, but the 87 is going to have the drive off, and he's going to put them back a lap down. David Gainforth right there in the 101 is still 5 laps down, but he is trying to fight, and that's the thing about this league. With the way that they are, you got to fight for your laps. You got to fight to get them back, unless you're the first car 1 lap down, because you cannot turn that off in iRacing. Oh, a big crash towards the back of the field. Tommy Gossett, I saw the 99 number up. Or maybe it wasn't the 99, it was the number 19 of Matt Henry. There is a slew of cars. Let's see, it's going to take us a while to work through this one. Let's go back on another one of these replays and see what happened here. Matt Henry, I saw his number pretty much up in the air, so let's just go back and see what we can see here on the first replay. See the number 32 of Brett Elmore right there in front of him. It looks like, oh, maybe another one not squared up by Tommy Gossett to the back bumper of the number 19, and that's going to involve a lot of people. Tanner Thews involved. I'm not sure if Spalding got any of that, but Dave Sabin's involved in that. Poston's involved once again. Mayer's involved. See what we can see here. Right there's the 99 on the left side of the screen, the 19 right in front. Timothy Truebridge involved. We didn't see him. There is damage to the number 9 of Spalding. Chase Berry also involved. Let's go back once again. Let's go from overhead angle here and see exactly what we can see. With the number 19 there, the first red car to the outside. The 99 of Tommy Gossett. Not sure if there was any actual contact there. Let's go back once again. Maybe the 19 had to check up just a little bit, and Tommy back into the throttle early, coming off turn 2 with the fresh tires, getting into Henry. We know that's not what they all wanted to do, but unfortunately things like that happen when you have to check up for a slower vehicle. But still out front, the number 87 of Travis McDaniel. He's going to stay out once again. Garrett Grant also going to stay out with him. So right there after 57 laps in the books here, working lap 58. Travis going to stay out once again. Garrett Grant going to stay out. Cole Day, Quadros, Levitt. That's your top 5. Gould, Spalding, Gossett, Haight, and Bessler. The rest of your top 10. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with racing from the Texas Speedway. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the OP Racing 2001 Throwback Series here on the MaxSpeedTV channel. Over here on YouTube, everybody that's tuned in out there, Ken Pryor, Willie's Epic Gaming channel, Donald, John, Roberts out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate all of our followers and all of our viewers who tune in weekly to watch these series. Lights on the pace car are off. We will go back green flag racing this time by working lap number 60 here. So lap 60 will be in the book once we get the green flag back waving here. Pace car is about to dive off. You see it take the left-hand turn onto pit road once again. Travis McDaniel gonna be out front. Green flag is waving, and we are racing once again here from Texas. Garrett Grant is your second place car with Cole Day there. So it looks like Travis is gonna slot. He's gonna be able to, if I can get my words out here. Looks like the Travis McDaniel car is going to get around the Brian Beach number 69 lap down car. So that's going to put McDaniel out in front in the clean air, and that's going to have to make Garrett Grant battle with the lap down car as he's not able to clear him, but there's also another battle going on right behind them. And that's a battle with Cole Day in the 39 there of Jacob Sayers. Sayers a lap down, but then you got a couple guys back here on fresh tires versus old tires. Quadros with a bunch of damage on the front end of that machine and older tires than Joshua Spalding, who is coming back through the field. He had to use his reset after that crash. So Spalding having to go down pit road, use a reset, but he has 4 fresh tires, and he is chewing through the field right now. Only one guy has pulled off the track here tonight. That's going to be the number 19 of Matt Henry. He's loaded up and he's headed home for the night. Bunch of damage to that number 19 after the wreck. He's not going to be able to continue here no longer tonight. As actually Brian Beach had a great run there coming off turn number 2. He's going to go try and get get one of his laps back here to the outside. Going to take the long way around. Come off turn 4. They're still side by side with Beach to the outside, McDaniel to the inside. Garrett Grant right there just kind of following to see who's going to go where. Beach is going to clear McDaniel as they go into turn 1. So give Beach a lap back. That's actually putting him back on the lead lap in the 18th position. Now he needs a caution or to run away. He does have the fresh tires. But here comes Spalding. Spalding now into your 3rd position. He's right on the heels there of Garrett Grant and McDaniel. So 1, 2, 3 right there. Your 3rd place and your 4th place. Spalding and Gould. They both have 6 laps on their tires. They have the freshest tires inside your top 5 right now because Katie Haight is slotted behind Cole Day in your 6th position. So she's on her way too. Just buried in traffic right now. Katie going to go side by side, trying to go the long way around Tony Quadros, but not enough momentum just now, and she's kind of boxed in with the lap down car of Jacob Sayers. And now it looks like Cody Levitt also going to go to the inside there. Levitt, though, on older tires than Haight. Haight's going to be able to slide down, though, in front of the driver of the 38. So Katie is in now the 7th position, still trying to work over the number 12 of Quadros. Not able to get it just yet as she is all over the back bumper. Working down the backstretch. Actually, I think I saw the number 9. Yep, there it is. Joshua Spalding now ducking to the inside of Garrett Grant for the 2nd place. And it looks like Thomas Gould is going to follow him right on through. So now put Joshua Spalding up into your 2nd position. Gould now in your 3rd position, and Grant is now falling back to 4th. You got about an 11-lap difference in tires right here between your top 4 drivers. Travis out front on 22-lap old tires, and then you got Spalding and Gould there on 9-lap old tires with Grant on 21-lap old tires. So a little different strategy here for your top 4. 66 laps in the book, working lap 67. Let's check a little bit farther back in the field here, because there is a slew of cars back here. It looks like Cole Day is getting passed up by the 00 of Katie right now, so put Katie into your 5th position. Day is now in your 6th position with Quadros running 7th. Bill Bessler is battling with the driver of the number 38 at Cody Levitt. 2 different tire strategies back here, along with that lap down car of Jacob Sayers, who's still hanging right there on the outside. Then you got Tommy Gossett, who rounds out your top 10 right now with Tristan Walker, somebody we haven't talked about a whole lot. The number 2 of Tristan Walker back here, driving that Miller Genuine Draft throwback Pontiac to Rusty Wallace back in the day. Beautiful car that was. So Walker is in your 11th position. Bellum, who's right behind them, he's in your 12th position. So a couple guys who were a lap down early on and involved in a wreck, trying to battle their way back through the field, but Levitt's still hanging on here, right in front of Bessler, and Gossett are going to go side by side off turn number 4. Bessler to the inside. Looks like Gossett has the momentum. He's on a mission. Let's just put it that way. Involved in 2 unfortunate wrecks here, but still has speed in that 99 machine. So he's coming back towards the front. Out front, though, we missed it. There was a pass for the lead last lap. Josh Spalding back out front, and he brought the number 97 of Thomas Gould right along with him. They got around the 87 of Travis McDaniel there. They made it a clean sweep real quick to get away. And right now, they got Brian Beach actually separating your top 2. So Brian's still battling hard. We know Brian's a quick guy out here and needs that lap back. Right now, he will be your your lucky dog car if we have a caution. Looking back here in the field, though, it looks like the 99 of Gossett side by side with the 38 of Levitt as they work down the backstretch into turn number 3 once again. Tommy Gossett has those fresher tires, and he just makes a power move with the 99 right around the outside. That's going to move Gossett back up into the 8th position. Gossett coming to the front. Now it looks like Bill Bessler, though, looking to the inside now of Cody Levitt, as Levitt is kind of struggling on those older tires. 25-lap tires for the driver of the number 38. Right in front of them, it looks like Tommy Gossett now going to the inside here on the Mobile 1 machine of Quadros. He's going to make that pass coming off turn number 4. He has the fresh tire, so he's coming through the field. Watch out. Let's see where Tommy Gossett is going to end up here. 72 laps in the books. We're just about halfway with this one. Christian Walker in that Miller car, making a move now on the Vegas Knights car there to the inside. He is. Question is, did he save his tires on that long run? Because Levitt's been going backwards. Christian Walker is coming into this race here at Texas Motor Speedway in your 3rd position in points. No change inside your top 5. It's still Spalding, Gould, McDaniel, Grant, and Haight. Day, Gossett, Bessler, Quadros, Levitt round out your top 10 as Walker trying to move Levitt out of the top 10. And as he's working the inside lane here, it looks like he's going to have the momentum this time off turn number 4 to complete the pass, possibly by the time we get into turn number 1. There you see it. Looks like the 2 there of Christian Walker now inside your top 10. Tommy Gossett looking to make another move here with this Dodge machine, coming to the front in a hurry. He's going to dive to the inside of Cole Day as they work into turn number 3. He's going to make the pass. Can Day come back? Day's not going to have the momentum, not going to have the tire stick, as now he's going to have to worry about Bill Bessler looking to the inside of him. Bessler thought about it coming through the tri-oval there and then kind of lifted. Laps are winding down here from Texas. See a slow car down to the inside. That's the 32 of Brent Elmore. He's out of the way. He's off the racing service, so that won't interfere with the racing we have going on. Expect Travis McDaniel here in a little bit coming down pit road. We had some caution laps, so he's going to be able to roll for a little bit longer as Garrett Grant also getting worked over right now by Katie. Katie's going to move him out, or not move him out of the way, but go underneath in the time through the corner. Move Katie now into the 4th position and Garrett Grant back into your 5th position. Spalding's been out front for 32 laps now tonight. As you see, or sorry, 31. He's going to pick up 32 right here this time by. So 32 laps led by driver of the number 9. Travis McDaniel having to deal with a little bit of lap traffic here. Oh no, the 90 of Tallhurst and McDaniels into each other. McDaniels goes around. He's off the racing surface, so no caution. There it is. Now the caution is brought out. Oh, not sure what happened with Aaron Tallhurst. Tallhurst is up and over. We're going to have to go back on a replay and see what happened here with Aaron Tallhurst. See, Tallhurst is a little bit slower as they enter turn number 1. Tallhurst to the outside. McDaniel running that kind of inside lower lane there. Looks like McDaniel thought Tallhurst was going to give him a little more room, didn't, and then Tallhurst comes back up on the track. And Levitt, Cody Levitt, your points leader, pile drives that number 90 machine. A bunch of damage done to the driver of the 38. Let's go back and see if we can find his point of view. See him working through the corner. You don't even see what's going on right now on the backstretch. And all of a sudden you see the smoke. Driver of the 38 lit. Oh boy, and the hole just closed. Dave Saban also coming in there into your picture. He was just outside of Cody Levitt. So a bunch of damage done to that car as there's a race off pit road. It looks like Joshua Spalding is going to win your race off pit road over the 97 of Thomas Gould. Garrett Grant's going to come 3rd. Tommy Gossett picking up a position there on pit road. He's now 4th. Cole Day is 5th, Tristan Walker 6th, Bill Bessler 7th. Katie Haight kind of losing a couple positions there, now back into your 8th position. Tony Quadros 9th, and looks like Levitt going to come out running 10th with a brand new car, so no reset left for the driver of the number 38, but he'll continue on in his 10th position. Well, let's see if we can get a quick word in with one of the drivers out there on track. As actually, I'll stay quiet for just a moment as he's going to come down pit road, and then we'll get to him. So Anthony Poston going to come down pit road and put 4 fresh tires on the 28 Haviland machine. As he was involved in that, you see a bunch of left front damage done to that machine. He's going to be able to continue, and he should still be able to compete pretty good with these guys. Well, now maybe we can get a word in with the driver of the 28. Anthony Poston, you got a copy? It's Roger up in the booth.
Yes, sir.
Well, Anthony, it's been a rough day here from Texas for you. I mean, we know we saw you drive a beat-up car at Bristol a couple weeks ago, but that 28 car has been beat and banged here tonight. What's going on out there?
Just a little over-aggressive today, and the track is just slick. It's so hot out today.
Yeah, when you guys took the green flag here tonight, it was 108 degrees, and then we checked just a while ago, and it was northward of 120, so possibly already, because we're in the afternoon, I believe, here, maybe 130 degrees already.
Yeah, I think the last time Alex checked, we were up to 124.
So with those slick conditions possibly playing havoc with a lot of these drivers, as you were on the lead lap there, possibly going to go a lap down here if you can't get off pit road. And did we beat the pace car?
We got an EOL.
Well, you're going to be able to continue right now, but what's going to have to happen here for the 28 going forward the rest of this race?
Just try to keep it clean and try and keep it out the wall.
Well, that's going to be the problem here with the hot, slippy track. Well, Anthony, try and keep the rest of that car one piece. If not, send me some of the sheet metal, and maybe you can pull off a miraculous comeback, and we can talk to you at the end again.
Yes, sir. I'm going to try.
Well, there you heard it. It's just a hot, slippy track, maybe a little bit of over-aggressiveness. But that does happen. These guys have had a couple weeks off, so you kind of expect things like that. Lights on the pace car are off, though. We will go back green flag racing here as they're working through the corner right now. Turns 3 and 4 to be exact. Once the pace car comes off the track, we're going to go back green flag racing. Joshua Spalding out front. Thomas Gould 2nd. Garrett Grant 3rd. Tommy Gossett 4th. And Cole Day rounds out your top 5. Pace car's down. Green flag is out. We're racing once again here from Texas with the OP 2001 Throwback Series. You saw those cars to the inside not really play havoc with their top 3. As looks like Chase Berry going through the grass back there. Chase Berry through the grass, sliding on the track. No caution just yet. So good driving by the number 11 to not bring out any caution, but the race is on, and we stay green here. There's a 3-wide battle right now back here. It's sorted out there real quick. Looks like Bill Bessler is following the 0-0 of Katie Haight through the field here. She's in 7th position right now. Your leaders so far are single filed out up front, so nothing changing up there. Spalding still out front, Rule 2nd, Grant 3rd, Gossett 4th, Day in your 5th position, and then right here is the battle. You see a big wiggle out of the 25 coming through the corner. They're going to hang on to it, but they're still going to go 3 wide. Now they're not going to be they're not going to be 3 wide no longer. They kind of worked it out. They figured that was not going to work with that slippy track condition that they are. But Tristan Walker's going to go to 7th now. Bessler going to be in your 8th position, and Levitt 9th, and Bellum is now in your 10th position. Bellum trying to work around that lap down car there, the 32 of Brent Elmore. Brent Elmore is slotted right now in your 22nd position, 5 laps down. He is battling with the 101 of Gainforth, who is right there to his outside. So a couple guys who are not on the lead lap, but still battling for position on track. Still out front, though. The number 9 of Spalding has opened up a 0.3 gap there to Thomas Gould. Thomas having a really good run here tonight. Maybe the new number shocked a little life into him. We'd normally seen Thomas running the 21 car, so a number change this evening to the 97 Rubbermaid car. Only made sense. He ran the Rubbermaid car on the 21, but that really belonged on the old Kurt Busch car. So now the paint matches the number, and he's having a good showing here from Texas India's 2nd position. Your top 4 have kind of broken away a little bit, because then it's from Tommy Gossett all the way back to Cole Day, who's running in your 5th position. That's a 1.5 gap with a lap car in between, and then Katie Haight still trying to make her way back to the front. Katie was out front for 27 laps in the early running here on the first stint, and then kind of got buried back towards the field at a couple cautions, just not able to get green flag runs in for her to catch back up. So she's running right now in your 6th position behind Cole Day, who's in the 36 machine in the 5th position. Katie going to get around the driver of the 36. Cole Day's just going to let her go by. Gentleman move by the driver of the 36 as he knows there's still a lot of racing to do. Why tear it up? Why risk it? So now move Haight there now into the 5th position and Day back to 6th. Dave Hunt in the 53 back on the lead lap right now, running just outside your top 10 in the 11th position. Got to go a little bit back here, back to the 12th position before you find Tony Quadros battling with number 23 of Tanner Thews. Thews was involved there with that last yellow and kind of put him behind the 8 ball, so now he's trying to work his way back up. He started in the 4th position, didn't lead any laps here in the early goings, but we know week in and week out Tanner is one of those drivers that always finds his way towards the front of the race, or towards the front of the pack. Right now buried in the 13th position behind Quadros, who is running in your 12th position. Timothy Truebridge out here battling right now. Correction, is not battling with anybody, but a lot of damage done to the number 14 as we saw him involved in that accident. Also, we've seen him earlier in the race up into the wall. Started in the 7th position, so a strong starting spot for number 14, and now slipping as the race goes on. We saw Alex Green work to the inside there of Truebridge. Alex Green in that number 20 is in your 21st position, a couple laps down. Back out front, though, still Joshua Spalding, Thomas Gould. Tommy Gossett has now worked his way around one of those Dodge cars, and he's running also a Dodge car himself. He's now in his 3rd position. Garrett Grant is 4th. Katie Haight 5th. Cole Day 6th. Bill Bessler in 7th. Christian Walker in the 8th position, and Cody Levitt with a fresh car back in 9th. Scott Bellum still sits in your 10th position. So not a lot of shaking up in the order right now as these guys are out there turning laps. They've kind of separated themselves for the most part away from each other. The guy that we talked to there under caution, Anthony Poston, he's out here running the 28 car, the Haviland car. He's in your 18th position. 1 lap down right now. He is battling with the driver of the 69, Brian Beach, and Brian right now is towards the front of the field, so he's not near him to try and leapfrog him to put himself into the lucky dog spot. He's going to have to pretty much hope for a handful of cautions or possibly wait for Brian Beach to come down pit road. We are 13 laps into this green flag run here. Joshua Spalding still out front. Thomas Gould in your 2nd position. Tommy Gossett, the man who is running in 3rd. Once again, we got to welcome him to running on the Friday nights here. Tommy has been away from racing for a little bit. I think it was actually like 3 or 4 months as he had water damage in his house and unable to get back to the house as they had mold and all sorts of things that you don't want to be breathing in. So they had to reconstruct the inner gutting of the house, and he's now back home after the new year, and new year, new house, I guess you want to say, and he's having a good showing. A little incidences here and there throughout the race, but now inside your top 5. Finds himself in 3rd. He was your pole setter tonight, did lead the first lap of the race, and then kind of fell back through the field for a little bit. Everybody tuning in out there on YouTube, yes, this is iRacing, the simulator-based game, if you will. Don't call it a game. These guys get very upset. As a big wiggle from Tommy Gossett as he comes off turn number 4. He hooked the apron just a little bit. That's going to allow the number 10 of Garrett Grant to get back around Gossett. And now Haight is kind of looking to the outside here of Gossett. Will she have it? She's going to get that position. So now move Katie Haight there to the 4th position. Tommy Gossett losing 2 positions this lap. No real moving parts right now inside your top 10. Like I said, everybody's kind of single filing out. So while everybody's single filed out, let's see if we can just turn it up a little bit. Welcome back to myself here back in the booth. Once again, I'm Roger Muth, and you are watching the OP Racing 2001 Throwback Series here from Texas Motor Speedway on Friday night. Still out front, the number 9 of Joshua Spalding is just putting on a clinic tonight. 56 laps have been led by the driver of the number 9, the Napa Auto Parts machine. Won last night here from Texas, and out front once again. He's just found something out that these drivers have not. Thomas Gould, they're running in your 2nd position. The best showing that that driver has had this season with the OP guys. It's just kind of been tough sledding for that driver. He right now finds himself inside the top 3, running in the 2nd place. Garrett Grant in the number 10 Dodge car in 3rd. Katie Haight right now in your 4th position. Tommy Gossett back to 5th. After you saw that big wiggle before we stepped away for a moment. Cole Day in the 36 is now in your 6th position with Bill Bessler in 7th. And there's a big gap all the way back here to 2 guys that are battling. Christian Walker is in 8th and Cody Levitt in 9th. Those 2 drivers are your closest drivers to each other out there on track for position. And then if you go just a little bit farther back, you got the 07 of Scott Bellum. He's going to round out your top 10. Let's check back in, though, here with Tristan Walker and Cody Levitt as they're battling for the 8th and the 9th position. Walker has the 8th position. Levitt has the 9th position. These 2 are inside your top 3 in points. Tristan Walker, as the day entered here at Texas, was 109 points back, as Levitt is your points leader. So right now, Walker possibly gaining 1 point as they run right now. The guy who would kind of chew into Cody Levitt's lead. That would be Garrett Grant, as Garrett Grant actually just worked his way around Thomas Gould. So that's going to move Thomas back there to the third position, and Garrett Grant now runs second. So it's still Spalding out front. Grant now in second. Gould in third, and look who's coming to the party. Katie Haight right on the back bumper there of Thomas Gould for that third position. And she's bringing Tommy Gossett right along with her. So your top, so second through fifth right here battling it out. Looks like Katie's going to go to the inside here. Thomas kind of sliding up that time going through turn two. Almost found the outside wall there, but able to pull the 97 Sharpie machine away from that. Looks like we're working lap 27 here for these guys since the last time they have pitted. So it's getting down to the wire here where we might see some green flag pit stops, possibly still going to need another one. So we're going to have 2 more pit stops to make it the rest of the way here from Texas. As Katie's going to move her way around Gould, so that's going to move Katie to the third position. And we got a caution out on track. Looks like the 39 of Jacob Sayers bringing out the yellow here, as we were talking about green flag pit stops possibly coming up momentarily. Let's go back on the MaxSpeedTV replay and see what happened to the driver of the 39. Jacob Sayers was 2 laps down, battling with Alex Green, but not on track. It looks like the 39 hooks the apron off turn 4, goes to correct it, finds the grass, and as he's sliding, trying very hard to just finds the outside wall, and iRacing throws the caution for him being just a little too sideways. So Jacob Sayers, who was 2 laps down in that 21st position, now has a bunch of damage done to that machine. Joshua Spalding is going to be the first guy with the option to come down pit road, and after being out there for 28 laps, expect everybody on the lead lap here to come down pit road. As you see them all coming down. So here on lap 108, everybody coming down pit road. You're still going to have to make another pit stop from here to make it the rest of the way. So from this point forward, just a one-stop race. See everybody hitting their pit stall. Tommy Gossett kind of overshooting there. He has that number 1 pit stall. Overshot, had to back up just a little bit to find the right position. Ever since iRacing implemented the pit crews, you pretty much have to be centered right on with it. So Garrett Grant is going to win the race off pit road, it looks. Garrett Grant's going to beat out Joshua Spalding by just a nose coming off pit road. So Chase Berry did stay out here. I'm not sure if he kind of just missed pit road. He will most likely relinquish the lead here and bring that Lego machine to get service. So that should turn it over to Grant, Spalding, Haight, Gould, Day, Gossett, Walker, Levitt, Bessler, and Bellum will be your top 10 here. Well, while they're under caution, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away. We're going to pay a couple bills here, and we'll be right back with you. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We had to cut it a little short. We are going just about to go back. Green flag racing here from Texas with the OP guys. As Grant's going to be your control car here on the outside. Spalding is in second, Haight in third, and Ghoul's going to be fourth. Day's going to be fifth. The pace car's down and away. The green flag is out. We are racing once again here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Everything's bigger in Texas, and we've seen a great shootout here tonight. Grant gonna go down into turn one. He cleared all the lap cars there. Poston is that first car a lap down there to the inside. Spalding is in second. Your top four have cleared the lap traffic as they work down the backstretch for the first time under green flag conditions here again. Grant right now still trying to hold off Spalding. Spalding has pretty much been the car of the day, but now we have 3, 4, 5. Heck, anybody who's on the lead lap still has a shot. These guys are all quick. Grant out front, Spalding second, Haight third, Ghoul fourth, and we have a caution on the speedway. That's going to involve the number 14 at Timothy Truebridge. He was in the tri-oval when the caution was brought out. Let's go back and see what happened to the driver of the number 14. Overhead and see what happened here to the driver of the number 14 as he worked in the 17th position. Oh, not sure what happened. Maybe just got a little loose going through the tri-oval and up into the outside wall he went. That's going to bring out another caution flag here. Timmy's going to be able to gather it up and turn the car around and get it back pointed the right direction and carry on, but that's going to bring another yellow out here. Let's see it. The caution counter here tonight. 7 cautions for 25 laps. We have 54 laps to go. 6 lead changes here from Texas tonight. We had some good racing going on here. Couple green flag stints that have exceeded the 30 lap mark, so good racing going on. But let's check out front here. Garrett Grant not coming down pit road, neither is Joshua Spalding. It looks like your first guy that's going to come down pit road, that's going to be the 58 of David Sabin, going to come down pit road first. He's going to lead Tanner Thews, Chase Berry, Timothy Truebridge down pit road. Those are your lead lap cars. Next lap by, next guys that will be able to pit will be Danny Valenzuela, Alex Green, David Gainforth, Brett Elmore, Jacob Sayers, James Mayer, and Travis McDaniels. Actually, I believe Travis is still sitting on pit road in the beat-up number 87 machine. Out front, though, still going to be the number 10 of Grant. Spalding second, Haight third. Thomas Gould there in your 4th position, and Cole Day in 5th. Well, let's see. Maybe we can get a word in with the driver who's running in your 4th position. Thomas Gould, you got a copy. It's Roger up in the booth.
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, it's going good. It looks like it's going good for that Rubbermaid machine as you got that car kind of tuned up here tonight. Seen you run inside the top 5 all night long. Right now in your 4th position, not coming down pit road. What's the strategy going on right now?
Well, to be honest, I'm not the fastest guy out here. I am taking all the advice I can from my colleagues in front of me, and that will be the plan from 50 laps on out.
Yeah, with only possibly having to make one more pit stop, how far can you stretch the fuel in the 97 machine here in the closing laps?
It'll be difficult. It's definitely doable. But again, we'll just see what's going on with the competition around us and see what we can do.
Yeah, I've heard from a couple drivers here tonight with the track temps being up over 120 degrees. How's that affecting the tire wear out there?
I like it. I'm really coming into the track right now. I was really lost in the race last night. But I've learned from Josh and from Katie, the driving lines, and they've really helped me out. I'm still not as fast as them, but it's definitely been a learning day for me.
Well, Thomas, good talking with you, and hopefully you can keep that number 97 Rubbermaid Sharpie machine towards the front of the field as we have laps winding down here. By the way, everybody loves the Bobby Hill photo.
That's great. Thanks, guys, for watching, and thanks, guys, for commentating.
Absolutely, Thomas. Talk to you towards the end of this, buddy. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you heard it from Bobby Hill. Thomas Gould having a great showing out here tonight. He's been watching how Joshua Spalding and Katie Haight have been, out there driving those machines, so possibly being able to apply it to his driving style as we're going to get the 1 to go mark that time at the line. So we're going to line these boys back up and let them go at it again. So you're going to see some side-by-side racing action here once we get the green flag, once we get back around the track. See your top 5 at the top of the screen. There you got Garrett Grant out front, Joshua Spalding in your second position, Katie Haight there in third, Thomas Gould in fourth, and then you got Cole Day who rounds out your top 5. Nobody coming down pit road. Your first guy on to pit road as you see a cloud cover rolling in, so it's going to cool the track temp a little bit. That's going to be Tanner Thues, and he's in your 14th position, so we're going to have to see how those fresh tires on the 23 of Tanner play into this one. Work through there's turn 3 and 4 again. You see the pace car coming off the track. We're about to go back green flag racing on lap 118. Green flags in the air. We're back racing here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Garrett Grant getting a great start along with Joshua Spalding. Katie Haight also going to be able to clear the lap traffic by the time we get down into turn 1. So your top 3 are clear of lap traffic. That's going to put Thomas Gould there side by side with Brent Elmore there in the 32 machine as they work off turn number 2. Brent with a little bit of front right damage, not able to carry the momentum down the straightaway. So now all your top 5 have made their way around and cleared the lap down cars to the inside. Oh, a big gaggle of cars back towards the back here having to check up. Not sure what happened. Bill Bessler also right here. Let's just throw up the MaxSpeedTV replay and go back and check and see what happened there, because that was a big gaggle of cars. Nobody looped it, no caution being thrown. But a bunch of guys very slow towards the inside. There you saw him go into turn 1 right here. On the restart. 3 wide behind them. Oh, now we have a caution coming out. Oh, it looks like a little contact between Gainforth and Bessler. They cleared things up and made things right. But let's go live photo right here. Number 20 of Alex Green and the number 14 of Timothy Trubridge around. Let's hit the replay again. Let's go back and see what happened between these drivers. Coming through the trial, well, it looks like Alex Green, a little piece of the grass there. They go down into turn 1. Everything looks good there as Timmy Trubridge is just in front of these guys. As we missed it, but then we see Chase Berry involved. Alex Green is involved. Danny Valenzuela coming in there, just missing it, along with Anthony Poston, and it looks like the driver there also, James Mayer, going to miss it. So let's go back and see, possibly, let's try a different angle. Let's go from above these guys and see what happened. Oh, Saban bounces off the wall, gets into the 14, then Berry comes in and gets involved, and he tags Alex Green. Let's go on board with Alex Green here. This is what Alec got to see from this. Not much the driver of the 20 was going to be able to do, as he just got tagged, and he was along for the ride at that point.
Oh, wreck
well,
immediately.
Let's see. Sorry, Alex, we're going to interrupt you here. Maybe we can get a word in with you and see what happened out there on track.
I still don't have an idea.
Well, no idea for the driver of the 20. But, well, since you're here, let's have a little chat. What's the track temp like out there as we see you're actually going to go another lap down here now, though?
No, I'm not. But the track temp has been extremely high all day. It's been, I I looked at one point and it was 123. Looked about 10 laps later, it was 130, and then the sun kind of finally got in front, and we're down to 102 now. Track's been real slick, and then I don't like real slick tracks. I prefer cooler tracks. So just a real shame that me and Forrest got tangled up early. That I can't go out there and race with them. And in terms of the wreck, I have no idea. I saw him get in the wall, and I went down to the apron. I think somebody caught me in the quarter, but I haven't had time to look.
Yeah, it looks like the number 11 of Chase Berry was airborne, actually, when he got to your rear quarter panel. That's what turned you around. But yeah, talking about early on in the race, it was an unfortunate incident between you and I think it was the 7 of Forrest Sparks that actually knocked the 7 out. What happened? What transpired there in the early going?
Oh, he was going through 3 and 4, and I think he got a little tight, and he hit the wall, and I thought I gave him room, but that dog leg is just, you don't have as much room as you think you do. He came, he slid down, caught me, put me into the pit wall, and then I got out of pit road. I thought the car, I knew we had damage, but I thought, it's nothing major. Get out, and I find out I don't have right front wheels. So those are kind of important in the race nowadays.
Yeah, is that something that possibly iRacing has to look into? I know I've seen a couple drivers that have hit the wall tonight, and then all of a sudden it seems like they've lost all steering input with these K&N cars.
Well, it's something iRacing's known about for over a year, and I keep looking at these patch notes thinking they're going to fix it, but I just don't think they have a ton of support for this car. I think they're just waiting for the new damage model.
Well, that's unfortunate for you, but I see you guys got the 1 to go, so right now you're running in the 20th position. I'm going to guess you're out of a quick repair, so you're going to have to try and just take that wounded car and make it to the finish.
Is it bad?
You got a little damage.
Oh, okay. Just a scratch. Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to buff out, though.
Oh.
Well, Alex, good luck the rest of the way, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, Alex Green driving that Home Depot car. He thinks his car is fine. Well, you're going to have to find out once we go back green flag racing, but Field's working down the backstretch now, going into turn number 3 here, getting ready to go back green flag racing once again here. Garrett Grant still out front. Joshua Spalding in your 2nd position. Thomas Gould there in 3rd. Cole Day 4th. Tommy Gossett is in your 5th position. Lap down cars once again going to line up to the inside. Pace car coming down and away here. Green flag is waving. We're going to go back green flag racing once again from Texas. Garrett Grant getting another great start. Jacob Sayers possibly missing a shift there, so Grant's going to get around to him. Spalding going to get around, and then it looks like Thomas Gould going to go side by side, but he'll have the momentum off the top side, so the top 3 have now worked their way around. That's going to allow Cole Day to go side by side off turn number 2. He'll have the momentum coming down the backstretch. See everybody kind of fan out as they go down the backstretch to get away from each other. Tommy Gossett also going to clear lap traffic. Then there's going to be a big gap until you find, or not a big gap, but a couple lap down cars in between Gossett and Tanner Thews. Tanner running in your 6th position, so now he's worked his way back up front with these cautions, being able to help him in that 23 machine. Tanner Thews now looking to the inside of that lap down 39 machine there. 39 driven by Jacob Sayers, and actually right there, as we did talk about her before, as she lost a couple positions coming down pit road. Katie Hayton now on the heels of Tanner Thews in that 7th position, trying to get 6th position away as they work around that lap car of Jacob Sayers. As out front, looks like we have a battle here. It looks like the number 9 of Spalding going to go to the inside here as they work down the backstretch into turn number 3. Spalding now looking to the inside of Garrett Grant to get the lead. And that's going to allow the number 97 of Thomas Gould to come right along with him. Not sure possibly if the 10 of Garrett Grant had to check up last time through turns number 2 and 3, as that put him a little behind the 8 ball now. He lost 2 positions in 1 lap, so now it's going to be Spalding back out front. Gould there in 2nd, Grant 3rd, Cole Day in 4th, and Tommy Gossett. They've been battling very hard back here, nose to tail, not being able to get away from each other and not deciding who's going to take the position to hold it. Gossett kind of working his way back through the field, as seen a couple times. He's been bumping on the bumpers here at a 1.5 miles, as he said he's better at the 1.5 miles, and he's proven it as he's come back through the field here. single file here at the front. You got to go a little bit farther back. I believe Tony Quadros is side by side back here with David Hunt for that 10th and the 11th position. Tanner Thews was sideways momentarily, a little loose there, driving the wheels off the car, if you will. Tanner Thews looking to the inside here with Katie Haight there, trying to get around the lap car of Dave Gainforth, the 101, the Fred Flintstone machine. Looks like they're going to clear him coming off turn number 4, so now it looks like your top 7 have cleared lap traffic. Next one to get to that lap traffic will be Tristan Walker in the number 2 and Cody Levitt, who have been running pretty much nose to tail for quite a while here. Those two have just been kind of following each other around tonight. There's still a battle going on back here, right around the 13th, 14th, 15th position. Bill Bessler back here. Chase Berry also right here in this mix. Ryan Beach has now got his laps back finally, so he is back on the lead lap. He's running right now in your 15th position, but on the lead lap, so rebounding very nicely from being numerous laps down in the early stages of this one. Quadros looking to the inside right now of Chase Berry as they work through 1 and 2 once again. 130, or working lap 130. Quadros just not able to clear Berry that time, as it gets a little tight as Berry kind of came down on the door just a little bit. Berry going to go high, but it looks like Berry is going to have the momentum. He's going to clear Quadros as they come through the tri-oval. Now give Chase Berry that 11th position. But now as Berry got around Quadros, now Quadros stuck on the outside, and Bellum going to the inside of Quadros here as they work off turn number 2. This is all the battles for 11th or 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Throw them under a blanket. They're all right here. Bellum got a little tight through the middle there. You saw him kind of slide up towards Quadros. Quadros was expecting it, as the 14 there of Timothy Trubridge way off the pace. I think the engine has expired on that machine, so Timmy bringing her down pit road. Out front, those Thomas Gould looking to the outside here of Joshua Spalding through turns 1 and 2, off turn 2, side by side, down the backstretch they go. Thomas Gould, did he find something out by following Spalding around the track, as he's not going to be able to complete the pass in turns 3. He's going to have to slot right in between Spalding and Garrett Grant. The 97 of Gould pushing the number 9 sideways that time right before they got to turn 1. Here comes Tommy Gossett. Gossett now going to the inside. Passed up Garrett Grant. He's going to try to look to make the pass here on Thomas Gould as he has the inside position. Tommy Gossett shown right now in that 2nd position. Thomas Gould going to have to let Gossett slide up in front of him there. Now he's going to look to cross him over going through the tri-oval now. Thomas Gould not giving way. Now he has the inside position as they work into turn 1 and 2. Spalding still holds on to the lead. Looks like Gould is going to take back his 2nd position over Gossett. Now Katie Haight is going to actually find her way around Tommy. So some good racing up here towards the front. Looks like this is actually a 7-car breakaway just about here. You know, Tanner Thews is just really hanging on to the back of that, while Tristan Walker and Cody Levitt are back there battling for the 8th and 9th position, still following each other. Katie Haight now looking to the inside of the 97 of Thomas Gould. It looks like she's going to have the momentum, the better run coming off the bottom there. Coming down the backstretch they go. See how they work it out as they go down into turn 3. Katie Haight going to take over the 2nd position. Can Thomas Gould pull another crossover move? It doesn't look like the 97 is going to have the momentum, as a caution flag is waving once again. Jacob Sayers involved in this one once again in the 39. We're going to have to go back on a replay here and find out what happened to the driver of the 39. He was running in your 22nd position, 23rd position to be exact. Not sure that was the best angle to catch that replay. Let's see if we can go back just a little bit more here. See Jacob Sayers start drifting towards the outside. Maybe he just got a little too high, got into the marbles, not able to turn the 39. As see the Fastenal machine up into the wall riding, and then it just goes around on him. So Jacob Sayers, driver of the 39, bringing out another caution here on lap 136. 30 laps to go here Everybody down pit road right now. Tommy Gossett overshooting his pit box once again. Still not able to get it lined up. There he goes. He gets it lined up, but he probably wasted about 8 seconds trying to find his exact pit stall. Looks like Joshua Spalding's going to win the race off pit road with Katie Haight there in the 2nd position. Thomas Gould 3rd. Garrett Grant going to come out in the 4th position. Cole Day in 5th. Cody Levitt having a great stop. He's going to go to 6th. Tanner Thews in 8th. Chase Berry 9th. Tristan Walker in 9th, sorry. And Anthony Poston going to round out your top 10. Let's see, Tommy Gossett, though, going to be a big, losing a lot of spots here on pit road. He's going to come out of pit road running in the 12th position. So he's going to have a lot of work to do. That's going to be your last pit stop of the day, most likely. So he's going to have to really get on the horse here, put those Dodge ponies to work, and come back through the field. Joshua Spalding still leading the way. He's been the class of the field tonight. 37 laps led for the driver of the number 9. Katie Haight, who's been trying to make her way back through the field after early on just getting trapped behind the 8 ball, if you will, and she's now found her way back to the front here. So it's going to be one heck of a shootout. You have contenders all through your top. Actually, it looks like 18 drivers on your lead lap here. Any one of them could win at any given track, and tonight it looks like it's going to be a shootout here in Texas. Who's going to take home the hardware tonight? Who's going to bring home the 6 shooters? Just under 30 laps to go, and we will find out. Right now, it looks like we have 3 guys out of the race. Aaron Tallhurst in the 90 being shown in the 26th position, off track, no longer here in lobby. Then it looks like the 19 of Matt Henry in 27th, and the number 7 of Forrest Sparks in 28th position. 28 cars took the green, only 3 of them off track right now. Travis McDaniels is still in lobby, still in his car. He is sitting on pit road, and he's been there for 45 minutes, so I don't think he'll be returning to action here, as he's not going to be able to race anybody for position. But out front, still going to be the number 9, as we're going to get the 1 to go signal that time at the start line, so we're going to line him back up. Lap down cars will still be to the inside. Once we get down to about the 10 to go mark, if we get a caution with under 10 to go, we won't see the lap down cars to the inside no longer, but with about 27 laps to go here, we're going to still see them to the outside, or to the inside, sorry. First car coming to the inside that's going to line up is going to be the 101 of David Gainforth, then it's going to be the 32 of Brent Elmore. Then it looks like Alex Green's going to line up to the inside also. So only 3 lap down cars right now lined up to the inside. Josh Spalding going to be your control car here on the restart. Waiting on the pace car once again to come off turn number 4. You see it make the left-hand turn now, as it looks like the 95 of James Mayer tagging to the end of the inside lane. Green flag is out, though. We're racing once again. Joshua Spalding on that loud pedal early. He's going to clear the lap car of Gainforth, along with your second and third place runners of Haight and Gould right now. So you have a 3-car breakaway for your leaders. Laps are winding down. Your leaders know it. Everybody needs to get around it. It looks like Garrett Grant now working to the inside there of Gainforth. Cody Levitt now going to be the next guy to work to the inside of the 101. He'll make it around, and he's going to bring Tanner Thews. Oh, Tommy Gossett into the outside wall. He's going to take David Hunt along with him. Not sure what happened to Tommy Gossett, as he pretty much full out sent it into the tri-oval. Not sure, possibly something happening to his wheel. Let's take a replay here and find out exactly what happened. As right there's the driver of the 99. He was 3 wide, just about there to the outside of Hunt as they came off turn number 4. Oh, just a little contact, and that put the 99 up into the outside wall, and then Hunt got collected. Let's go back and see if anybody else was involved in that as we watch the 53 of Hunt. Hunt taking a very hard hit to the outside wall, and all these drivers doing a great job of actually missing, and that was Scott Bellum in the 07, and I think Anthony Poston also just barely squeaking by there. Josh Spalding still out front. Let's see what the driver of the number 9 does here. Is he going to come down pit road? He's only been out there for 5 laps. Looks like no takers inside your top 10. Looks like 58 is Sabin, and Hunt looks like he was trying to come down. Scott Bellum also going to come down pit road, so it's 14th, 15th, and I believe 16th position coming down pit road. Well, while they work this caution, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back to bring you the end of this one. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the closing laps here from Texas with the OP 2001 Throwback Series. What a race we have had. Joshua Spalding being out front for 80 laps here tonight. Katie Haight has now made her way back to the front. She finds herself in the second position. Thomas Gould is still hanging on to that third position. Garrett Grant in fourth. And your points leader, the silent bearded wonder, has now made his way back inside the top 5. So what a shootout we're about to see here from the Texas Motor Speedway, as we're about to go back green flag racing here in just a moment as the lights on the pace car are off. And we will get these bad boys wound back up once again. There you see the pace car making the left-hand turn onto pit road. Here we go. Green flag waving now. We are going green. Joshua Spalding getting a great start. He's going to clear Gainforth. That's what you always got to worry about. Now here comes Katie Haight. Katie's going to look to the outside here of the 00 of David Gainforth as they go into turn 1. Katie not able to quite clear Gainforth just yet. It's going to allow, it looks like the 87 of Thomas Gould. There's a big checkup out towards the back. Somebody got into the wall, and everybody's scattering to avoid it. Looks like now Katie's going to get around Gainforth. That's going to allow your top 4 to get around, and now let's see if Cody Levitt can work his way around the outside of David Gainforth. It looks like he's going to be able to. But the battle is right now for that 3rd position. Garrett Grant wants 3rd position away from Thomas Gould. Right now, Thomas is really just hanging on to that car. He's having a great showing here tonight. Bobby Hill himself, but Garrett Grant looking down the backstretch, just peeking, letting Thomas know that he is right there. Gould still in that 3rd position. Getting a good run that time coming through turns 3 and 4 on the 00 of Katie. Katie might have had to crack the throttle just a little bit, as now they're all nose to tail, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Nose to tail. Thomas going to look to the inside this time on Katie. As they go down into turn 1 side by side, Katie taking the outside lane, letting that car drift up. Thomas, though, going to hook that inside lane. He's going to get the momentum. Can he clear her? He's going to clear her coming off of turn 2 as they work down the backstretch. Now that's going to let Katie go side by side with the number 10 of Garrett Grant. Garrett trying to take the 3rd position. Katie trying to hang on to the outside. No grip out there. Not sure what happened to the the 00 of Katie. She now finds herself in the 4th position. Garrett Grant going to work his way around her. But the man who's out front really liking what he's seeing. Joshua Spalding kind of running away here with under 20 laps to go. 19 laps to go right now. The battle, though, is that 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And if they don't, and if they continue to battle like they are, Cody Levitt, and well, Cody's right there now. Now it's going to be a 4-5 car battle here for that 2nd position. Don't count out Chase Berry, though. Chase Berry in the 7th position right here, hanging on to the back of this pack. Lego Man Joker's Wild number 11 here, sitting in that 7th position. Started all the way back in the 27th position, was a lap down. We saw him that one time spin through the grass and no caution came out. Now finds himself in contention here late in the race. Katie Haight now looking to the inside here of Garrett Grant for the 3rd position as they work into turn number 3. Katie still has the inside position on Garrett, but Garrett's going to fight back when he knows he only has 17 laps to go. Garrett's going to fight back just enough to clear the 00. That's going to let Garrett hang on to the 3rd position as they run right now. Joshua Spalding, though, half a second lead, almost actually up to a 2nd right now. As the cars towards the back are scattering once again, Bill Bessler was one of those guys scattered down the backstretch. Didn't see what happened there with him, but let's go back up front because we know this is an intense battle with the closing lap. 16 laps to go here from Texas. Can Thomas Gould run down the number 9 of Joshua Spalding? Spalding has been the class of the field so far, leading 87 laps here. You got a 7-car breakaway from the rest of this field. Tony Quadros is going to be that 8th place car. He's sitting, looks like 3.5 seconds back from your leader. Brian Beach inside the top 10. Now Anthony Poston rounds out the top 10, but let's go back out front here. Joshua Spalding still leading the way. Thomas Gould there in 2nd, hanging on to it right in front of Garrett Grant. And Garrett has a mirror full of the 00 right there. Thomas maybe makes a little bit of a mistake. Slides up coming out of turn number 2. That's going to put him to the outside now. Garrett Grant looking to the inside, and possibly Katie Haight going to try and sneak with it. Thomas, oh, contact between the 00. The 97 is around. Cody Levitt into the outside wall. Oh boy, we just had one, speechless. 2 hard drivers going for a win here towards the end, and every inch on the track matters. Let's go back and find a replay here and see what happened between the 97 and the 00. We're going to go from an overhead view and exactly find what happened. There you saw the 97 of Thomas Gould kind of slip there going through 1 and 2. That allowed Garrett Grant to get to the inside of him. And then Garrett's going to have the momentum, and looks like the 97 tried to squeeze into a hole, and Katie tried to fill it, and just contact was made between the 00 and the 97. back here as you go on board with the driver of the 00, Katie Haight. As you see right there, just not enough room. She held it down there as far as she could go and didn't turn the wheel at all. And unfortunately, the front right bumper found the left rear of the 97, and they both go around. That's going to take both drivers out of contention here as we got 13 laps to go from Texas. So a bunch of damage on the 00. She's going to have to bring it to the attention of the pit crew. Not sure if she has any quick repairs left or not, but out front, Spalding finds himself as the leader. Levitt finds himself in second now. Tanner Thues finds himself third with Chase Berry fourth, and Brian Beach now finds himself in fifth. The question is now, how beat up is the driver of the 38, Cody Levitt's car? He has a ton. Let's check it out. Nothing on the left front. That looks like the cleanest part of that car. Right front is all tore up for the Vegas night. As we go behind him, look at how that rear end has been pushed in. I think Tanner Thues was the one who tagged him as he tagged Katie Haight as they were spinning in front. So a bunch of damage on the second place car of Cody Levitt. See if we can possibly check out Tanner Thues. Tanner has a bunch of front end damage as well on that 23. Might have to be something to watch out for, as they know these guys or these cars can overheat, and just gonna have to keep an eye and see if we can limp that 23 around to the finish. As we go and look at the fourth place car, the Joker Lego machine here to the number 11, driven by Chase Berry, is probably one of the cleaner cars we've seen. But does he have enough time? Does he have enough left in the machine to get around those guys that have a little bit of damage in front of him and contend with Joshua Spalding for the win? Brian Beach here also looks like he has a little right front damage on that machine. Otherwise, his car is pretty clean. Tony Quadros looks like he has a fresh car out here, and he's running in your sixth position. Cole Day, who's been towards the front all day, kind of slipping in the late going, has a little bit of right front damage. That could possibly be why. And a guy who we talked to earlier in the race, the 28 of Anthony Poston, is in your eighth position with a brand new car. And does he have the winning keys tonight? Christian Walker in the number 2, Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac right here in that ninth position. And look at the man, Danny Ricky Valenzuela, finds his way inside the top 10 in the Mellow Yellow machine. Can Ricky pull one off? Out front, though, it's still going to be Joshua Spalding. See, his car's still clean, too, so it's going to be very hard to get around him, as we're going to get the 1 to go this time by, possibly. 1 to go. We're going to go back green flag racing here, I think, with 11 to go. Once we take the green flag, it's going to be 10 laps to go. Not sure if the lap down cars are going to be coming to join the inside lane. It doesn't look like it, as everybody looks like they're kind of moving away from the outside lane, so possibly just single file restart here. Says 11 laps to go on the counter right now. 10 to go once we take the green flag. Spalding, Levitt, Thues, Berry, Beach, your top 5. Quadros, Day, Poston, Walker, Valenzuela, going to round out your top 10. Who's going to have the lucky ticket here tonight from the Texas Motor Speedway? No lap down cars to contend here, so Joshua Spalding going to be the control car with nobody around him. Pace cars off, green flags out. We're racing once again. Let's see how good of a start the number 9 of Spalding can get. Spalding's away, and it looks like Levitt's actually able to maintain speed there for a moment. And then it looks like possibly just not enough left in the 38 machine. But here comes Chase Berry. Chase Berry has a fresh car. He knows there's a couple beat-up cars in front of him trying to limp it around. Here he comes to the inside of Levitt. He's going to get Levitt. Now the chase is on. Chase Berry, does he have enough time? 10 laps to go, 9 laps to go once we get back to the flag stand, as there was contact between the number 10 of Garrett Grant and Tristan Walker. Walker in the 10th position. Garrett Grant trying to get back to the front. Laps are winding down. Time is running out. Brian Beach, though, being 2 laps down at one point tonight, now finds himself in the 3rd position. Cody Levitt just not able to maintain speed with that beat-up 38 machine. As he's, oh, actually in the wall there as he entered turn number 3. Garrett Grant still trying to make his way through the field. Now looking to the inside, a Cole Day. Almost a little contact with the 36 and the 10 as they go through the trial. Well, that could have been bad for a lot of drivers. Cody Levitt right there in front of his teammate in the 38 and the 36. Two teammates there, nose to tail. Not sure what's happening with somebody's internet connection towards the front of this field, blinking out. Oh, contact between Garrett Grant and Tony Quadros. Quadros around, Levitt's around and in the wall hard. Contact between the number 10 of Garrett Grant and Tony Quadros as they were battling for that top 5 position. Gonna bring out another late yellow here. Let's go back and find out what happened here between the two drivers. We'll just go from an overhead camera. It usually shows more of it, or it's a little bit better pictures. Quadros goes to the inside there of Tanner Foos, and then the 10 of Garrett Grant just gets right to the back bumper of Tony Quadros, and that's going to collect Cody Levitt, Tristan Walker, Bill Bessler also involved there. Anthony Poston getting a little piece of that. Cockpit view here from the 25 machine coming into this. Nowhere for Bill Bessler to go as he kind of just had nowhere to go as Tristan Walker was sliding down the track towards him. So as the laps are winding down, we find a late race yellow here from Texas. Spalding out front. Barry's going to have one last crack at it. Does Chase Berry have anything left in the 11 machine to get to Josh Spalding? Does Brian Beach have something up his sleeve coming from 2 laps down? We're going to find out here momentarily. We're going to step away and pay one more bill here before the end of this one, and we'll be right back with you to take you to the end. Well, welcome back, race fans. You're watching the ending here from Texas for the OP Racing 2001 Throwback Series. Out front, the man Joshua Spalding out front for 99 laps here tonight. Chase Berry has made his way into the top 3, and Brian Beach has fought his way back from being 2 laps down, now finds himself running in the 3rd position. We just had a caution involve a couple of your top runners, as the double zero of Katie Haight getting involved with that was Tony Quadros going around. Unfortunately, taking out a bunch of good contenders up here towards the end of this one. We're going to go back green flag racing here with only 3 laps to go at the line, so we're going to get one last shot at a green flag finish here. Can Joshua Spalding hang on? Will Chase Berry be able to maintain pace with that number 9 car? Or will Brian Beach come around? We know Tanner Thews has damage on the 23 machine, and Garrett Grant's been fast all day. Just got to get around him. Green flag is out, and we are back racing. Can Joshua Spalding hang on? 3 laps to go. Chase Berry right there with Josh Spalding. Oh, no, Anthony Poston is around. Anthony Poston is around. Not sure if it's going to bring a yellow out. I don't have a camera on the number 28. He's down there on the inside. Let's go back to the front, though. No caution's going to come out here. No caution's coming out. And the 9, oh, boy, there goes Tanner Thews. Tanner Thews is around. Tanner Thews is around, and it looks like Cold Day also getting drug into that one. Looks like this one's going to end under a yellow here from Texas Motor Speedway. We're going to have to go back and catch our last MaxSpeedTV replay. Let's go overhead and see what happened here between the number 23 and the 36 of Cold Day. The 23 of Tanner Thews right there running in the 4th position. Goes to the inside to get around Brian Beach. Maybe just not enough room. Oh, Garrett Grant gets to the right into the back right. Nowhere for Cold Day to go. Cold Day just an innocent bystander there. As you go on board with the 36 of Cold Day, this is his point of view of everything that transpired there. Just nowhere to go. He tried to go high because he didn't know if Tanner was going to be able to save the car or not, and unfortunately, Cold Day getting involved, and he's going to lose. I'm not sure, actually. It looks like he's possibly getting a couple of those positions back, but unfortunate for Cold Day. As now it makes it even worse. Cold Day was running in the 4th position on the final lap. It looks like the motor is going to expire on the 36. He's going to have to halt. Unfortunate for him, but it looks like the winner here tonight is going to come away with the winner is going to be Joshua Spalding. So that's going to put a sweep in here for this week, as he won last night from Texas, and he's going to win again here tonight from Texas. All he has to do is make it back around here one final time. Coming through turns 3 and 4, so not very far for him to go. He could probably coast at this point to the victory. Chase Berry going to come home in your 2nd position. Garrett Grant got around Brian Beach. It's showing. Actually, I think that's just a little mistake here on the overlays. I think that's actually supposed to be the other way around. Brian Beach, then Garrett Grant. As checker flag is in the air here from Texas under yellow. We're going to finish tonight, though, but Joshua Spalding's going to walk away with the win here tonight with Chase Berry in 2nd. Joshua Spalding's going to be your winner. Chase Berry is in 2nd. Brian Beach 3rd. Garrett Grant 4th. And Thomas Gould is going to come back for a 5th place finish. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right here, or right back with you here for the post-race interview. I believe we do have a Joshua Spalding out here. Chase Berry, I'm not sure if we have a Brian Beach, but we will find that man, and we will get an interview with him and ask him how he made his way back through the field. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have your post-race interview show here on MaxSpeedTV. You just saw one heck of a race from Texas. Unfortunately, it had to end under yellow, but we had some exciting moments. We had one exciting moment out there, I know, for the guy who finished in your third position here tonight. The 69 of Brian Beach ended up coming back from a couple laps down. Brian, you got a copy?
Yeah, tenfold. How y'all doing?
Well, we're doing good up here in the booth. It's been a long one for myself up here, but I'm sure it's been a long one for you as you had to battle all night to get those laps back. Tell us how you did it.
Hey, I was wondering there about 50 laps in and running tail end of being 2 laps down. I didn't think I was going to get them, but just got to start up on first or second on the inside line and get a chance to jump up in there and just maintain spots and hope a caution pop out and eventually get lucky.
Yeah, you got lucky with quite a few cautions there. Tell us how your night, though, played out. I mean, you started in your 16th position. How did you go a couple laps down in the early going?
Really came down. The first one popped when we were at the first green flag run there, and we were just stopping onto pit road when the caution popped out. And that ended up being 1 lap down. And still been about that time. I think I dropped in on another caution there and made a pit stop when I shouldn't have, and that's what put me on tail of the second, but just bad luck.
Yeah, a bad early going for you in the 69 machine, but you battled back here for your third finishing position. Do you think you had anything left in the tank of that number 69 to battle with the likes of Chase Berry and Josh Spalding towards the end of this race?
I definitely felt like I had a little for something for Chase there. It was just trying not to wreck him, and was up on his bumper a couple times, and would have been a fun little race there. Might have got alongside of him, but Smoke was kind of off in his zone there. Would have been close to get to him.
Yeah. Well, good showing for yourself here. I think this is your best finish so far here on a Friday night with the OP Racing League for the Throwback Series. We're going to give you the floor, good sir, and we're going to let you thank anybody you got to thank there that helps the 69 get to the track week in and week out.
Hey, absolutely appreciate it, guys. Appreciate these guys for hosting up the league, and thank you guys for broadcasting it all. It's a great race overall, and catch y'all on the next one.
Absolutely. Well, we do it for you guys. We appreciate everything. Once again, that was the driver of the 69, Brian Beach, fighting his way back from 2 laps down in the early going to be able to come home in your third position. I've also caught up, though, with your second place finisher out here tonight, the number 11 of Chase Berry, and he had an eventful night also himself. Chase, tell us what was going through your mind when you spun out all by yourself, coming through the tri-oval. You spun through the grass, no caution came out, and you were kind of a sitting duck at that point.
Yeah, I hit the brakes too hard to check up on the start, and when I had too much rear brake and just looped it, and I was just praying, don't hit the wall, and I didn't, and yeah, got back on track and tried to just run some Q laps, tried to get kids back up to the field.
Did you think, though, at any point when you spun out there all by yourself, no caution, that your night was pretty much over with?
Yeah, I thought it was done. I usually, something like that will happen, and then it just never goes my way, but it actually finally went my way, finally.
Yeah, well, something must have went your way. You must have been feeding some maybe illegal fuel. We're going to have to probably dip your gas tank here after this one, because that 11 machine was on rails after that.
Yeah, I had to drove pissed off a little bit.
Yeah, so after you spun out and worked your way through the field here, towards the end of this, we got caution after caution there. When we went back green flag racing, I believe that was with about 11 to go. You had a handful of cars who were right in front of you that had front end damage. Were you worried about how they were going to go on that restart? Because I believe that was the 38-11, and I think Tanner Thues was also right there in front of you.
Yeah, I was worried. I didn't know, what their front end looked like. I mean, I seen the 38's rear looking like, and I know the 23 said his front was whatever, but as long as I could get, a shot underneath them, I felt like I was fast enough to get by them with their damage and everything, and then, hopefully get something for the 9.
Yeah, you talk about the 9, then on that last restart, you lined up right there with him. Did you think you could have got him? If we would have went green to the end, you think you had anything for him?
Maybe on that lap, I probably could have. But I know he was, he's just been the class of the field all night long. I mean, obviously I just want to say, oh yeah, of course, but he's fast, so I'm all right with running second, I guess, to fast people.
Absolutely. Well, Chase, we're going to give you the mic like we just did Brian. We're going to let you give your shout-outs, your thanks, or say whatever you need to.
All right, I want to congratulate Josh on winning and everything, and my JSI guys for running with me, making me laugh and keeping me calm and everything. Got to give a shout out to Race Control Mark. He's just sitting in his living room, wading in a pool on a float, drinking his Mexican beer. Having a blast.
Well, I mean, did we work it into the contract that I get some of that beer?
Oh, you got to ask him.
Well, we're gonna have to talk to the boss, Mr. Vega, see if I can get some of the beer too, because it sounds pretty good. Well, hey, congratulations, Chase, on bringing home the Lego machine there that you painted up today in that second place. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
Well, we're not done just yet because we do have one final driver to talk to. The man who has pretty much swept the week here, Josh Spalding. You got the copy with us.
Yes, sir.
Well, Josh, congratulations on another victory here, putting the number 9 back-to-back nights in victory lane here from the Texas Motor Speedway. Do you just have a handle on this track that nobody else can figure out?
I think it's a combination of the car and the track. I've always loved the 1.5 miles, and you can get caught with some bad timed cautions here, and that happened to me this race, and just thankful to have missed the cautions at the right time and stayed in the right spot to be able to get the track position back, because it could have gone a lot worse. But I really just like the car and the feel of the 1.5 mile tracks, and being able to run last night, was able to get some good info for tonight, and I had some mess ups on pit road last night and fixed that, and was pretty much spotless on pit road tonight, so that helped. But just enjoy the car, really, the track, and a lot of good racing out there tonight. Wish we could have been a little more green flag trended, but it was still good racing and very clean up front. From what I saw, everybody's giving people room and not a whole lot of blocking, but a little bit going on, but that's to be expected. But enjoyed it, had a fun race, and looking forward to next week.
Yeah, you pretty much dominated tonight, leading 103 laps. The next person who had anything close to you, that was Katie Haight, and she had 27 laps led. You really have it figured out here at Texas, but I mean, a couple weeks ago, we also saw you at Darlington pretty much put on a very similar show and just dominate. Are you, is that more your style, the tracks that probably people actually dislike? Because I know Texas is not a very favorable track to a lot of people. They really don't like turn 2. Are these just your style tracks?
I like the tracks that we've been to. I think a lot of it's attributed to my buddies that I race with. A lot of those are high caliber drivers, and the competition is stiff, and we have a good time battling each other, and it's always tough competition. I think that's got a lot to do with it, but something about just the way the K&N car feels and the tracks that you have to drive hard into the corner and use a good amount of brake, those tend to play into my favor. I like the feel of being able to really wrestle the car, and if there's a lot of brake involved, I seem to excel on those tracks, and I just enjoy the K&N car. I think it really boils down to that, something about the feel of it, and just fits the way I drive.
Yeah, and you talk about driving tracks that you have to use pretty much some brake on. How do you feel about heading towards Martinsville next week?
I like Martinsville. If we can get some green flag racing, and guys not thinking they got to run over the guy in front of them, every lap, it should be a really fun race. I don't know if we're going to get any long green flag runs there, but it would be fun. I enjoy running the track. I think the K&N car will be a challenge there for sure. It's heavy and hard to turn, so it should probably be pretty tight, and whoever can get their car to roll the center and have a good exit is going to be the winner. They can keep their car clean.
Absolutely. You talk about a winner for next week, but you were the winner this week, so congratulations on that. Is there anybody you got to thank that helps the number 9 get into victory lane?
Yeah, my buddies that I race with almost every night. They're a lot of fun. Steve Baker, Brian Beach, Dustin German. We have a lot of fun together, and really appreciate the OP Racing League. A lot of good drivers in there. It's a fun time to race everybody, and especially you, Roger. You put on a great broadcast, and just appreciate everybody that helps make it happen.
Well, thanks for the kind words, but we got a lot of help over here on our side. But once again, congratulations here for pulling off your second win of the season here. Hopefully we'll catch you next week at Martinsville and see what you can do with the 9 there.
Appreciate it. See you then.
Well, as you see the results scrolling across the top there, we're going to run through them real quick. Coming home with the win here tonight, making it 2 in a row. Thanks, Brian. You're still hanging out here in the booth with us and just confused me. I wasn't ready for a poke. Let's head down through this lineup here, though, for you real quick. Joshua Spalding sweeping the weekend here at Texas, going back-to-back 2 nights in a row here, coming home with the win. Chase Berry, not enough left in the tank, or just maybe not enough time. He's going to come home in your second position. Brian Beach sending me a 12-pack my way for him coming home in third from 2 laps down. Garrett Grant getting into a scuffle at the end of this. He's going to come home fourth. Thomas Gould having one of his best runs of the year so far, not able to seal the deal, got involved in a little spin out there with a handful of laps to go, but he rebounded to finish in 5th position. Danny Ricky Valenzuela in the 42 after a long hiatus of not showing up on a Friday night, decides to bring the 42 Mellow Yellow machine back and comes home in the 6th position. Scott Bellum kind of ran around the 10th position all night, but he brought the 07 home in the 7th position. Tristan Walker is going to come home in your 8th position. Alex Green rebounding from being 3 laps down at one point, coming home in your 9th position. Bill Bessler is going to round out your top 10 in the 25 machine. Katie Haight once again drives to the front of the field from the back of the field, leads laps, unfortunately not able to get a win just yet. She's going to have to settle for an 11th place finish. Tony Quadros, who at the end of this one was inside your top 5, got wrapped up in one of those late cautions. He's going to bring the 12 machine home in the 12th position. David Sabin in the 58 going to come home in your 13th position, and your points leader, Cody Levitt, going to come home in your 14th position after being involved in a late race caution. Anthony Poston battling back from laps down in the 28, going to finish in your 15th position. Cole Day in the 36 had a motor expire on the white flag here. He's going to have to settle for 16th place finish. Tanner Thues in the 23 is going to come home 17th. Brent Elmore in the 32, silent here tonight, going to come home in 18th. Dave Gainforth, who was really behind the 8 ball from the start with the 101 Flintstone machine, he's going to rally to a 19th place finish. The 53 of Dave Hunt, though, going to come home in your 20th position. And Timothy Truebridge, after having a great top 10 qualifying run here, going to come home in your 21st position. Tommy Gossett, after showing up tonight, putting on a show. We saw him start up front on the pole and then kind of fall back through the field and have to come back up. He made his way back up to second, but that was as far as he could get the 99 machine, and unfortunately getting wrapped up in an incident in the tri-oval. 22nd for Tommy Gossett. 23rd position going to go to the 95 of James Mayer. Jacob Sayers having a little bit of control issues on the number 39 car tonight, going to come home in the 24th position. Travis McDaniels was up front in the 87 for a little bit in the early going, unfortunately getting wrapped up in a wreck and having to settle for a 25th place finish. Aaron Tolhurst in the 90 is going to come home in your 26th position. Matt Henry in the 19 going to come home in the 27th position. And Forrest Sparks in the 7 going to round out your field here tonight. And as you see, the number 1 still scrolling across the top of our screen also. Mark Vega was the race control, so we got to give Mark Vega a shout out for being willing to step out of the car and allow these guys to really go out there as he could watch what was going on and kind of relay messages to all these guys. So thanks to him for stepping up doing that. But that's about going to do it here from Texas Motor Speedway. You just watched the OP Racing League do 167 laps around Texas. Everything was bigger in Texas tonight. We saw some big wrecks and whatnot. But until next week, when the OP guys go to Martinsville, we're going to sign off here. So everybody here at the OP Racing League likes to thank everybody who is tuned in tonight to watch the race and the broadcast. I hope you all enjoyed it. And for myself, Roger Muth, and everybody here at the MaxSpeedTV Broadcasting Center, we'll catch you next time.